Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.
Flight Sports TV, that's where it's at.
Flight Sports TV.
What's going on, people? It's Flight Sports TV. I appreciate y'all for checking with me. You already know what it is. We back with another one of them things. Listen, tonight, we got ourselves a hell of a discussion. We're going to get all into it, man. We got a whole lot of Lonzo Ball, ZO2. You already know is about to go down. And we're going to hear it from a Bulls perspective. I believe from numerous Bulls perspectives, and Lonzo Ball's name is all in the news. Obviously Trae Young, salute to Trae, Ice Trae the game. Doing wonderful things in the podcasting lane. You see what's going on with PG, the whole nine. A lot of NBA players is going in that lane. They already establishing, they off the court lane when it's all said and done. I'm telling you, they're going to have a strong foothold in that game that everybody's racing to. Listen, Lonzo Ball made an emphatic interview that I want to break down as well from a Bulls perspective. Also, there's been a lot of things going on with Mr. Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is back at it, y'all. We all know what's going on with him. Mr. Hollis Queens, we all love Stephen A. Smith. If you love basketball, if you love sports, you grew up listening to Stephen A. Smith. You spent an extended period of time listening to Stephen A. Smith, so he has spoken on Lonzo. Hell, it's been to seem like an exchange because Lonzo responded. Today, Stephen A. Smith responds again, and not only, it almost was like a backhanded situation because it seemed like he was attacking, the Ball family, fans, because it's crazy because he discussed it as, some trolls and things of that nature. But we're going to get into that argument because, here at Flight Sports, we're here to defend all things Lonzo, all things Ball family. But you all know here, a lot of things get circulated here, a lot of lies. Don't get tricked off the streets, ladies and gentlemen. It's Flight Sports. Nobody brings, an array of different points of views, give numerous people, access and able to speak, and here tonight, I want to discuss things from the Bulls' point of view unapologetically. We're going to get into it. I got the legendary SB in the building, real takes over fake debates. Y'all better make sure y'all subscribe, click the link in the title. Get familiar with my man SB, man, legend in the game. What's the deal, SB? It's Flight Sports.
Hey, what's going on, Flight? Appreciate you having me on again, man. Welcome to always come through. Anytime you need me, I told you, hit me up.
Yeah, most definitely, man. There's a lot going on. Before we get into the topic, man, what's going on with you? Let everybody know what you got going on, to let everybody know where they can find you. What's good.
Right in the point right now, I'm low-key editing up stuff from streams, making shorts, trying to put them out on TikTok. That's when you hit me. I was in here editing as we speak right now. Got to keep the work, girl. Got to keep the grind going. But you already know, Real Takes Over Fake Debates, SB Talk Sports on all platforms. So you look up SB Talk Sports or Real Takes Over Fake Debates, and you will find the kid, man. And also, we building up a platform. We're building up a whole sports entertainment. If you're a content creator, sports talk content creator at that, and you want to be part of a panelist on the show, hit me up. I'm starting football, wrestling, college too. I just hit up one of my main hosts for the college show, so the college sports gonna be going to and football. So just hit me up. But yeah, And also talk about my Bulls all the time, baby. You know, man. Look, that's why we here, baby. Talk about my Bulls. I love talking about my Bulls all the time when I can.
Yeah, so we're gonna get into it all, man. We definitely gonna get into the Bulls and all things Lonzo. But like I said, want to continue with yourself for 1 second. We all
Mhm,
know you're a legend in the game. You've been around for years, SB.
mhm,
Right now, you are firing on all cylinders. What's inspiring this grind right now? Like, because
mhm,
I mean, it seemed like you coming with a different level of intensity right now. Let everybody know
mhm.
what's inspiring this run right now.
Oh, well, besides seeing my kids every day, man, it's just like being on the ground and just like one, just putting the work in. I'm doing something that I love to do every day, which is talk sports. I was doing it anyway and creating good content for the people. It's just that the one thing I really say besides like my kids, the drive was just like people like the people trying to like roadblocks in the road, and it's just like every time you get to that point, it is just the grind. It's just like that mama mentality, man. I said like, nah, I ain't no nothing. I'm tired of in this mode right I'm in now. I'm tired of like little things stopping me, or like I see people show like I've been talking about like my media school days when I'm like, dang, I'm trying to get the opportunity to do this, and there's like sometimes people show you down. So I'm like, I'm tired of people giving me roadblocks. So I'm gonna create my own lane. I'm gonna create my lane, do my thing on some LeVar Ball, big baller brand stuff. All right, y'all can't give me what I want for this because I know my value and worth. Okay, I'm gonna do my own thing, and then I'm gonna build my brand up, and then you gotta come talk to me the right way. Then that's it. But so yeah, it's just a different mission. All the lines are set up. The plan is fine. I've been trying to execute this plan for like 2 years, but now so I'm putting everything in works, man. So
Right, definitely. We definitely here to support you. So
appreciate it.
let's get into some basketball, SB.
Mhm,
You see what's going on with Lonzo Ball,
mhm,
ZO2, the Chino Hills prodigy.
mhm.
Listen, it was a situation. He just had the interview with Trey Young.
Mhm.
Were you able to check that out?
Yeah, yeah, I checked it out. One, it was a good interview. Trey Young, this is what a lot of people gotta start realizing. Just because you put the ball in the hoop and y'all just think we just be up here talking, it's harder than you think. Because Trey Young, I ain't gonna lie, Trey Young is terrible at it. But but everybody was when you first start. Like if I go back and listen to my stuff when I was on like the school radio station, I was terrible. So everybody know you probably go back to some of your old videos like, dang man, I was. But it's not as easy as everybody think it is. So, but besides that, about like everything, like the meat and potatoes of the interview, I think it was great. We got a lot of information about what's going on. Remember, I kept asking, like, man, what's going on? What's up? What's going on? What's up? So, pretty much, he asked all the questions. It's good to talk about what went down in memory lane with Zoe, because people forget, like, they let like everything that's going on forget how impactful they was and that run was during that time. Like, Lonzo Ball and the Ball family had it on lock for a minute when they was on the come up.
Right,
Mhm,
absolutely. He was definitely embraced by the city.
mhm,
Lil Durk tweeted, when he signed. I
mhm,
mean, listen, this man was definitely
mhm,
increasing his star power. It was unfortunate that he couldn't
mhm,
really capitalize on that.
mhm,
Lonzo spoke on being sorry for Bulls GM AK.
mhm,
Speak on that for 1 second because Lonzo said that this was the most he was involved in an
mhm.
organization. The Bulls, you guys really gave Lonzo the keys in that short period of time. Speak to the view of AK, obviously your GM,
Mhm,
because we didn't know much about him until Lonzo got
mhm.
with him. Um, Let everybody know where Lonzo was coming from on that point, and what was your thoughts when he said that? Because you are a Bulls fan, born and raised. Talk to us.
Mhm. So when I first heard that flight, that was probably one of the most heartbreaking things that I heard during the whole interview. He was just like, "Yeah, everything was fitting perfect. The team was running right, and they didn't even fully figure it out yet. But you just seen the potential of the team." And I was just so heartbroken as a Bulls fan because we've been so terrible since he been gone. And I'm just like, bruh, like when he said it, I was just heartbroken. But to keep it from a realistic perspective, remember, I was telling you when he was on the Pelicans. Remember, you was doing the Pelican streams. I used to come all the time. I'm like, flight. Zoe need to come here. If we get
Yeah.
Zoe, it's gonna go down. And I'm telling you, the Lonzo Ball that y'all want, y'all gonna get it to the extent over here with the Bulls because he brings what we needed to the table. We need a defensive, a knockdown shooter because he got the shot down now, and a playmaker because that's what we had Zach at the time. Zach needed that next to him, a guy who could defend and play, make get him in the spots. This is even before we had even DeRozan that Lonzo Ball been into play. So hurt, like he was the glue. He was the glue to the board. He was the main piece, like the Jenga. He's like the one Jenga piece that kept the whole tower together because we ain't looked the same defensively, offensively, especially offensively. And when you lose a key piece like that, and we laugh about AK before I tell you where AK came from, because I was just like, man, did we build the team around Lonzo Ball? Because once he got out, the team didn't look nowhere near the same. The team didn't run the same. We didn't look the same at all. And for anybody that didn't know where AK came from, that the team that just won a championship, the Denver Nuggets, he was over there. He had hands on building that team. So he kind of knows what he's doing.
Yeah, like I never heard of this guy before, so I didn't even know that you said he had hands in with Denver.
Yep,
so yeah, good.
Yeah, you know, I said he helped build that Jokic team, Jokic and Murray. He had hands on that.
Yeah, it seemed like he was definitely building something because initially, before Lonzo signed, he made the big time move for Vooch, to pair him with Zach, and I thought that was a hell of a move when it happened, and then as we got to the off season, you sign Lonzo and then you get DeMar DeRozan. Did you think when all of that happened that the number one seed was going to be in play? Obviously, you knew you would be better because y'all wasn't even in the postseason. Y'all went from not the postseason to the number one seed. I mean, did you think it was going to go down like it went down when everybody signed?
Yeah, I didn't think, because like at that point in time, you still had like the Milwaukee Bucks, the Celtics, and the I think the Sixers too. They were still nice at that point in time. I didn't think we could get the number one seed because I said we got to give it time to develop. But I knew we were going to be contended for a top 3 seed. And then once we got the number one seed, and I seen how we was running, and then I got the glimpse of what they wanted to do, because like obviously the main problem that we have now is when DeMar and Zach fighting over the ball, and Zach shot selection from deep, and DeMar DeRozan shot selection from mid range. Like we live with it when they hot, but the potion of Lonzo Ball when everything got chaotic. Lonzo Ball will slow it down. Let's run the offense. Or when we need to pick up that pace, because Lonzo go run every time. He getting the rebound because he's tall enough too. And he getting the rebound, boom, taking off. And then defensively, and I always bring this to the mindset of every time I talk about this, the versatility he gave us defensively. Him and Patrick Williams was nuisance because now you can have a guy like Zach LaVine or even Vucevic, who's not the best rim protector, because I seen Lonzo Ball guarding Julius Randle and clamping Julius Randle, and that's they forward. And he was doing an excellent job, and that changed the whole dynamic, and it balanced out everybody. So now you could go put Zach LaVine on an Evan Fournier or a Quentin Grimes, one of those guys that he can have. Alonzo, he can take breaks and actually worry about just offense, but now we don't got that guy no more. And then bad enough, he got Patrick Williams playing out his position too, so they killed it.
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, LeVar Ball, you mentioned him earlier. I'm telling you, he definitely programmed, Lonzo to, just like I said, look ahead. It's shooters all over the place, and you seen the pass, the outlet going immediately. And like I said, Lonzo initiating the offense, that's second nature. You heard in that interview with Trae Young, Ice Trae the game. You understand? Lonzo said that he ain't never worked on his passing. I mean, that's what I'm saying. This is crazy.
He just had it, bro.
Born with this shit. You understand?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. And then it's like with like the Zoe situation too, but like you said, it's just natural of instinct with the passing. When you got a guy on your team that love the pass, you play different. You run faster. You go drive to the paint harder, because if bro get this rebound, it's going down court. And if I don't pay attention, either I'm gonna miss an easy 2 points, or I'm gonna get hit in the face with the ball. Because Lonzo, don't matter what, he always gonna make the right play. And that's the type of guy you want at that position at point guard. And a lot of people have been crying and clamoring that we losing a true point guard in the NBA, because one of the best true point guards we had in the league at that point in time was Zoe. The only person you could probably go off the top of the head and say maybe Tyrese Halliburton, maybe everybody else, mainly about scoring. So it's different dynamics when you got a guy that gonna hit you. Gonna hit you. Oh, you play different. We all hoop before you play with a dude who love to pass. You play different when you go get that pill.
Right. Like I said, and it's kind of crazy because obviously DeMar was in the MVP race. Zach, I believe, was starting to figure it out. I think he was adjusting to obviously all of the newfound offensive firepower he had at his disposal. You know, so I think a lot of people took it as he was upset with DeMar. I think they were just figuring it all out. You know, DeMar was in the midst of an MVP campaign. I think that changed everything. I think it affected Zach. And I think Lonzo obviously may have not got a chance to do everything he wanted to do right away, but it was coming along, you know. But I think everything took a back seat to DeMar, you know, because of the season he was having, you know, people remember, you know, so Lonzo goes down, the Chicago Bulls just go to hell, you know. This is what I've been saying.
I mean, it's true.
I don't want to sugarcoat because we got the Bulls fans here, you know. But I want to know your thoughts on what I just said. When Lonzo went down, maybe they didn't go to hell to you, but let me know your thoughts. Keep it 100.
Oh no, we went to hell. We went. You kept it. You keep it a buck. We burned. The house got burned down to ashes. It's over with. We're done. We was cooked. We did not look the same. The offense, like I said, once again, the offense was terrible. It was either Zach and DeMar jacking shots, and our defense was getting exposed. And man, that's why I said, hey, we must have built our team around Lonzo Ball because we lost him. We can't even run it the same no more. We can't even run the same. And that's why I'm looking at the moves we made now, who we added. Like, Caruso, you know, his job off the bench, he can't replace it. He can bring the defense, but he can't bring the playmaking. Daly and Terry, not ready yet. Kobe White can't bring the playmaker or the defense. You go say Javon Carter, like that's not moving me. That's not open. That's not helping my mindset of saying like we go fix what we lost. And I don't think nobody in the league right now, because they know traditional point guards anyway. But we don't got nobody else that we could just pick up right now. Brought what Lonzo brought to the table: defense, knockdown shooting, and an excellent passing ability, elite passing ability. I don't think we gonna get that nowhere.
Right. I've been on the record before Lonzo made those remarks with Trae Young. I said that I don't care who you plug in. You could get Beverly, you could get whoever you want off the open market. You got these guys on the roster. Nobody you can try. There's no band-aid. There's nothing that's gonna fix the situation with Lonzo Ball. He is the point guard for this version of the Bulls. If they will have to break up this version of the Bulls, you know, in order to, you know, to get right, you know. But if you got you just I think they all in with Lonzo. Listen, they re-signed Vooch because it was going. So Vooch at times to me is a liability on the pick and roll, but he does go off nights. I ain't gonna discredit him, but I think y'all could use a different center in there. You know, my thought. We'll get to that. You know, as well. You know, what do you think about that? You know, with Vooch.
Nah, I love Vooch actually, because you got to think about, we go back to that playoff series that we had with this one playoff series. This team. Zach and DeMar played terrible, but Vooch balled out. And Vooch is the prototype big man that we need, who can post up, knock down shots. And that also helped with Zoe, because you got to remember, him and Zoe was running the two-man game too. And that two-man game was looking nice because they passing ability. And Vooch can pass too. So I think we need to keep Vooch. I like Vooch because you're not going to get that dynamic. What they need to do is trade DeMar so Patrick Williams can actually play the three, and trade DeMar for a power forward, like a defensive forward who can shot block and knock down open shots. And that will help us, because that's all you got to do. Put Vooch next to a shot blocker, you'll be fine. That's it, because that's Vooch's only problem. Like you said, the pick and roll defense. But now if you get a good defensive guy next to him, that'd be great. And then also, if you need a guy who ain't really, like, he don't gotta be that versatile on offense, because obviously if you got Lonzo Ball, if he can run down the floor, be athletic, and knock down open shots and shot block, he'll get his buckets easily, especially with Zoe.
Yeah, especially, you know, it's just all messed up in the game, you know, with the Chicago Bulls and without Lonzo. I just think, oh, what if, you know, obviously Lonzo reminisces on that. What do you think, before we get into Stephen A's remarks, you know, obviously Lonzo said in that interview with Trae Young closing, he said that coming back on the floor is going to be a newfound, you know, sense of, you know, just appreciation of the game. Obviously, he never took it for granted. You know, what did you think of the vibe of the interview? Because it seemed like he was with the mindset of getting back on the floor. You didn't. That's what I took from it. What did you take from it as a Bulls fan?
It was like, honestly, like a roller coaster movie. Like, you got some sad points and then you got some happy points that he's still determined to get back where he was at and play the league. And then you got to think about it. When you play basketball your whole life, you got to sit down and not play for for like 2 years, that kills you. That kills you. Because think about it. Zoe been hooping all his life. And he literally said, in 7th grade, I knew I was gonna make the NBA. That's how good he was. So that means he been doing this his whole life. He said the pops used to take him to play grown man when he was a kid. So it's like when you got to sit down for doing something that you love and you've been doing it your whole life, it hurts. And you gonna get a newfound appreciation for it because you like when you just in emotion of doing it, you just like, yeah, this is what I do. This is what I do. But when you get that one thing taken away from you, it's like when you get on punishment for your mama instead of whooping you or give you a beat, she take that one thing that you love, take that game, or tell you can't go outside. Why everybody calling me? Until you can't go outside, you be hurt. So that's why I think Zoe got to appreciate. But I think that determination, and I think the boys still believe in Zoe because with this team, how this team been looking, I think we should have been broke it down and do a rebuild. So I guess they want to. I guess AK seen a glimpse of what he liked with the team, and then he want to wait for Zoe to come back. So we just gonna wait for him at this point.
Yeah, you're right about that. It's definitely crazy.
Mhm.
Now, what about when you seen Lonzo Ball answer Stephen A. Smith? We're gonna get into the remarks
Mhm.
of Stephen A. Smith, but I
Yeah.
think Lonzo being poolside, doing what he was doing.
Mhm.
What do a Bulls fan view? A situation because of me. I,
Mhm.
I mean, we were ecstatic. We were happy to see that.
Mhm.
Obviously, we're just happy to see Lonzo Ball being much more vocal.
Mhm.
Obviously, like I told you the last time you was asking me, I'm like, I haven't heard anything with
Right.
Lonzo, and then Lonzo obviously has spoken. He
Mhm.
he gave us the information out the horse's mouth.
Mhm.
So what did you view, and maybe some
Mhm.
people around you, like a Bulls fans, what did
Mhm.
you view that situation?
One, it was a good thing because the same thing that Stephen A. was saying, said if it wasn't true or false about him not being able to walk or couldn't, everybody was hearing those murmurings about that. So it's like to see that video for me personally, I was like, oh, wait a minute, he talking and he moving like that. I'm like, oh yeah, he might be trying to push this year. But he might just say, but remember they said January. Because first he was out this year. Now it's like he might not come back into January. So I'm like, okay, we might be good. We might. So it was excitement, 100%. But I'm not gonna put too much into it. I'll just wait till you get on the court to see, be 100% excited
I,
for
I
sure.
want to say because you mentioned something like that. I was gonna hold that for later,
Mhm.
about that because I did hear something like, and Stephen A. Smith kind of hinted at that as well. And
Mhm.
I've said that early a few days, and I said it for a while, but recently
Mhm.
I've been saying it that I believe that Lonzo is gonna be cleared within 6 to 8 months. But I
Mhm.
just think they just gonna, maybe pull the
Mhm.
D Rose dynamic. Let's hold them out as
Mhm.
long as possible. Let's rehabilitate the holy hell out this situation.
Mhm.
And I think that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
So and now I'm hearing Stephen A. said he's expect first is AK said he's out.
Out.
Now Stephen A. saying you expect
January.
him to miss up until next year.
Right.
You, you heard that part,
Like,
right?
come on, man. I'm
Bro,
like, what is he
I heard
talking
that. I said,
about,
what
bro?
the hell?
I'm like, no, the dude who over IT said, yeah, but like he said, he not. I don't think he had a true source about it because I've been hearing those murmurings too. Because like I got people around Bulls media too, but I'm just going off what I hear through the city too. Like we was hearing that type of noise too though, because especially around the time. But this around the time about him like hearing that like he having trouble standing up, sitting down, and walking, or it hurt when he walked. That was around the time during the season last year, and they couldn't figure out what was wrong with his knee because that's the real problem that prolonged this situation. Everybody think it was just like, oh man, his knee just 100% shattered. It was done. He was out. It's over with. No, they didn't know what was wrong with his knee. They couldn't find it. It took this long to find it, and that's what prolonged the situation. So, and that's it. Then when you got that then when like all of us got that understanding that was the problem, they couldn't truly figure out what was. They knew something was wrong with his knee. We couldn't figure it out. That's what prolonged the process. But before then, it was just like before the true information came out, it was like it's okay, walk. It hurt when he walked. He can't sit down. He can't get up. It was like that. So everybody heard that. And but that was like last year mid-season. So unless he pulling something out from last year mid-season, because it is the off season. He got nothing else to talk about. Then I guess. So he probably happy he got that reaction result. Gave him something to talk about. Gave him 15 minutes of showtime that he probably couldn't think of nothing to talk about for.
Yeah, Stephen A. Smith definitely realized that shit went
Mhm.
viral. Why the hell did you even think he even chose to even mess with Lonzo Ball? Obviously, why would he? If he said even today, he said that basically he may have over exaggerated. Why the hell would he go on national television over exaggerate things about Lonzo Ball?
What we doing right now? Get everybody talking. Somebody said chat clickbait. Get everybody talking. Now I got everybody talking about it. And then also that is a serious situation where people in Chicago care about because we want our team to be good. We care about basketball. Also, this is one of the most popularized names in basketball. No matter if you say it or not, Zoe wasn't the Magic Johnson person that y'all wanted to be. He's still one of the most popularized players in the league. His brother is one of the best young guards in the league. Even Jello, who already played the NBA second, still get a lot of popularizing, get a lot of notoriety. So it's a big name, it's a big story, and it's in a big market, the city of Chicago. Everybody go talk about it, and that's what it went from. That's what he took. He took advantage of that because everybody do that anyway. It's the off season. Go see clips on the podcast, see somebody talking, do a reaction to it. Boom, there you go.
Yeah,
Because I didn't see the second thing too. I want you to tell me the second thing he said because I heard the first response and I heard Zoe response.
He said a whole lot. You know, let me see if you can. Let me see if you can hear it.
Yeah.
Can you hear us?
Mm-mm.
You can't hear it.
No, I can't hear it now.
All right, hold on. I'm basically, I'm gonna pull it up. But basically, he in so many words, he was basically saying that, basically changing the argument, saying that you basically acting like you can run up and down the floor. Yeah, maybe I over exaggerated the situation.
Clearly,
but, yeah.
Clearly.
So I'm like, all right, that's what he said.
See,
So,
that's what I all like though. Like you want to over exaggerate the story, then they get on your head top about it. Now you want to just be like, well, if it ain't a problem, then why you ain't just playing? Why you ain't playing then? I'm like, because he hurt. Like you know that though, but you over exaggerated. Like he said he could walk, but that's good though. I like though he added fuel to the fire as though. So whenever he come back, he will come back pissed off and ready to ball out.
yeah, you're right about that. Like I said, it don't make no sense. I got the legendary Uncle Vern. Uncle Vern, we got SB Talk Sports in the building. You see what's going on?
Oh yeah, it's all good. What's going on, SB?
What's going on, Uncle Vern?
Hey,
brother?
it's all good. Hey, Flight, good looking. Hey, look here, SB. I saw you when you first came on. I had to just sit back and just let you cook. Boy, I'm telling you, I love it when you be talking about Zoe, man. I love the Bulls too. You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it.
I love it when you talk about Zoe. And there's one thing you had made real clear that even with that Stephen A. situation, see, they tried to prove Zoe as being, weak like that, at first anyway. They didn't think he was deserving of that LA second round pick with Magic and all that stuff. But with the second pick. But what I'm saying is this right here though. When Zoe came to the Bulls, you understand me, the Bulls knew what was going on. And then when he came to the Bulls, he had already proved himself to be worthy anyway. Despite of that, about getting hurt and everything else, he had already proved himself to be worthy. They were just looking forward to him just coming out because they knew that he was going to be the one. You understand me? But then, took a change for the worse. But that's all good though anyway. Like he said, I heard what he said out of his mouth. I'll tell you, SB, I heard what he said it out of his mouth. He said he coming for him, tell you. And I believe him too, SB. I'm for real. Yeah. I believe you, man. That gave me a spark of hope. I love that young man. I love his game, period. I love his game above all. You understand me?
Check my Bulls back. We need him back, man. Because Javon Carter, I told you that Jay Carter dude ain't moving me. I'm just like, all right, man. Where's Zoe coming back, bro? Because this ain't it. This ain't moving me. I'm just like, yeah, we cooked. We just gotta wait for bro to come back because we cooked.
Yeah, I see some good things happening. I like the way the general managership doing out there. With the Chicago Bulls. That AZ guy, whatever I think that's his name. AZ. AK. There you go, AK. I like the way he handling things out there. You know what I'm saying? I gave up on the Bulls. I don't know if I told you though. SB, I gave up on the Bulls with that Michael Jordan, Phil Jackson scenario. You did?
Oh yeah. I mean, that's a good reason too, though. That's a good reason too, though. I ain't mad at you.
You just that's stupid. You sit up there, you just win championship. You tell a man you don't want to pay him no more, and then I'll leave that alone.
You can get out, keep it a buck. He told that man you could go 82-0. You will not have a job this year. This is the last dance. That's crazy to me.
Bad boy, but it is what it is, though. But yeah, they're on the road to come back. See, you a Chicago Bulls fan. I love that, didn't you? But I'm Lonzo Ball fan. I know that man.
Nah, I
I know that
respect
man
it.
win championships. I know what he do. I expect him to win championships wherever he go to, wherever we play. I expect him. I expect him to do that. And y'all got y'all good one out there too. Y'all take care of him. Make sure you help take care of him.
Yeah, we take care of. He just don't like the snow like me. He just that's it. He probably can't handle the snow. He a Cali boy, so I know he'll like that snow out here. That's the only thing that's the most thing that probably tears Zoe up out here. If anything, it's the snow. That's it. Besides that, it's all love out here in the city.
Yeah, that's why you get those silver-driven limousines. You know, that's why you get paid like that. You know what I'm saying? That's why you make the big bucks. You be able to get them. So you can't tell. Look here, oh man, I had gotten caught in traffic. No, you didn't do that. You got access to planes and helicopters. No such thing. You got caught in traffic. Well, I'm telling you, no, that'll work. Ain't even in Chicago that'll work.
Yeah, nah, dope.
Yeah, but I appreciate you, SB.
I appreciate it.
Definitely, I got my man DJ Gemini in the building. What's good, Gemini?
What's happening?
I got my man
What's
SB
going on,
in the
Gemini?
What
building.
up,
Salute,
SB?
Gemini. Salute.
Chicago Bulls representative.
Yes, sir.
You got any questions for our guest, man? My man SB in the building.
I totally agree with what SB said about the look of the team once the injury happened. Because Vooch does play a little slow on D, and yeah, I know I said that in the chat, but Vooch to me, he's more offensive minded than defensive minded when it comes to being on the court. So yes, it did change the whole dynamic of the team when Zoe went down, but I really do think they expected White to step up a little bit more, and he didn't. Which kind of doesn't amaze me. He wasn't like that type of player in college. If we can like take that different look at him from what he did in college to what he did in the pros, it's pretty much been the same. Just that he took some of the intensity away on the offensive side for some reason.
Well, you got a coach like Luke Walton. That's why they take your confidence from your game, and then they tell you can't shoot. You know, like you said in the interview, he was like, "I've been shooting threes my whole life. I get to the league now, I can't shoot no more." Like that's crazy. Or they say I can't shoot, which is crazy to him. But you know, because hooping is all about confidence. So they shoot your confidence away or make you hesitate. You know that ruin your game.
Right. And then also when it comes to the Stephen A. Smith situation, I personally think, and I know I had this long drawn out thing with Dex yesterday, but I personally think is ESPN is mad that Zoe primarily his first interview was not back with them, that it was with a podcast. So I think this was more a lashing out situation, especially with the dumbing down, so he can be the topic of discussion. What's your comment on that question?
Oh yeah, no, because I guarantee you, I don't know if it's 100% that the statement you made is true, but I don't know if it's 100% about this situation. Because Stephen A. just, like I said, he probably just looked for content this off season and he over exaggerated everything and then you get burned bad. But the statement you said, ESPN do get mad that other players and other platforms get the interviews that they don't get because the underground scene is popping. And the underground scene is actually doing better than the mainstream sports board. I'm just leaving the sports alone, but in other aspects too. Because why would I go listen to Stephen A., right? One, if it's the weekend, I can't listen to him to Monday. Two, they already been caught multiple times where people just say stuff for shock value, or they make you say things like, remember Kendrick Perkins admitted that they wanted somebody to say the Phoenix Suns was a dynasty because they made the finals. Then he just took the take to say it. But I go log right in on my phone, type in Flight Sports TV. I can listen to Flight. And Flight talking about what I want to talk about. It ain't got necessarily be the LeBron James narrative or the same little narratives they push everything. Also, every time you listen to Flight, you know this is how Flight truly feels. And this is how he really feel about the situation. This is how he coming from the heart. Ain't no narratives with it because this is how he feel. Then also you can get it at any time of the day or where you want to hear him talk. Or be like, all right, hey, Flight, man, this went down. Can you talk about this right now? Boom. And it's more interactive with the people where you could come up and talk to them. You can't necessarily come talk to Stephen A. Or if you like, if you do talk to him, it's like for a second or line on the call. And then also, if you want to really have a heated discussion, and people try to like look man people, but you come with the underground people like we is, because everybody underground unless you like on Main Street like any ESPN, no matter how big the channel is. So, but it's like it's more family oriented. So like the underground is just better right now for me. Like, don't get me wrong, if ever opportunity ever come, obviously anybody will take advantage of it. But I think the underground market taking over.
I totally agree. Now I do have a question that came from the chat.
Mhm.
I think I think
Stephen A. just came out with some new stuff too on Lonzo.
Yeah,
he melted this shit, y'all.
well,
An hour ago.
I know what.
Literally an hour ago.
Oh, okay, because I know that he doubled down and everything. Like I told Dex he was gonna do, and I knew he wasn't gonna apologize at all. But that's neither here nor there. The question in the chat was, do you think Christian Woods should be on the Bulls? That came from Slim Can, who he think y'all need to trade DeRozan for Christian Woods. I don't know why you want to trade DeRozan though, but
yeah. First of all, you can't trade nobody for a free agent. We should just sign Christian Wood, because Christian Wood didn't get signed. I believe he's still free agent. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat.
He's still an unrestricted free agent because they claim he's since y'all went with AO. He claimed that he's waiting on Miami at this point to see if the Dame Leonard trade gonna go through. So yes, he is still a unrestricted full free agent as of this point.
Oh, okay. So yeah, if one you can't trade for a free agent, and if the Bulls wanted to sign, they should just sign him. And he not worth trading DeMar DeRozan. Like, even though DeMar DeRozan had a bunch down, you got to get like a nice young talent or a decent like star player or a first round pick for DeMar DeRozan.
Well,
even though I know he's old.
I went after Gemini. Yeah.
No, go. You was about to say something, Flight.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say. I want to ask you a question about De'Aaron Fox. Why is Lonzo Ball being disrespected in order to elevate De'Aaron Fox? It seems like we can't love Fox without taking a shot at Lonzo. You see the national do that. What's going on?
You know the answer to that. You know the answer to that because when they played Kentucky versus UCLA, they was one of the two best guards in the league at college at that point in time. Then they thought they was gonna come in the league because remember they was calling Lonzo the next Magic Johnson. Fox wasn't getting but like that much love, but they knew Fox was gonna be good. So they all remember every time they go wet it's supposed to be like their rivalry that we supposed to get as fans, and we just didn't necessarily get it. So when you got two competitors and two great players who go at it at the same time, they always gonna compare and contrast each other to one another because they thought that was gonna be the next great PG rivalry or at least a good PG rivalry. But obviously, Fox has just ascended now. It took Fox some time to get to that point. He just ascended, and Zoe came in, took to get some point, but now Zoe got hurt. So that's it. It's just the early rivalry. That's all it is. It's just they just want a rivalry.
Yeah, you're right about that.
They put butts in seats. Hey, De'Aaron Fox versus Lonzo Ball. Oh, we got to go to see this game and put butts in seats.
Yeah, you're right about that. Gemini, what you was about to say?
I just think the comparison is wrong because one is a playmaker and a defender, and the other one is a scoring type guard. So I don't really view Fox as a playmaker like that. I view him more as a scoring guard. So I guess I don't look at it the same. So that's why I would never do that comparison. Just me.
Yeah, no, they ain't gonna compare them as like players. They play style is different. They just comparing them that like competitors, how they play against each other. Because honestly, like we just saying before then, besides Lonzo Ball and Tyrese Halliburton, who is really a traditional point guard in the league no more. Because like now, because my extension of example of a PG now is just like a guy who is the extension of the coach who can execute whatever the coach want to have done on the game plan for the game. That's it. So if you have to be a scorer, be a scorer. You have to play, be a playmaker, all ball. So as long as you make sure the offense is executed to a T, because I think sometimes we get too caught up in whoever has the ball in their hand, they the point guard. That's not necessarily the case all the time. Well, I mean, in today's NBA.
Okay. Now, I do have a concerning question because I
Mm-hmm.
know you're a Chicago fan. I
Mm-hmm.
know you've been following for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
but I have to hit you with that
Mm.
gut type question, bro.
Oh, now go ahead. Go ahead.
Why y'all have a problem developing power forwards after y'all draft them?
Mm.
Man, look, man, look. You can say that about a lot of players. You can say that about a lot of players in
I
different
kn-
positions. The
I
problem,
kn- I
man,
know, but y'all
man.
but y'all consistently like keep letting that power forward go that everybody say y'all should keep and work with them,
Mm-hmm.
but then y'all let them go and then they
Ball
shine.
out. Yeah. So the problem is this: and then was at a point in time we was trash, so we were just getting talent. We were just getting talent, but we get good players that don't fit. Now I know you're going with the main one. We get it because I get it every time he have a good game. The Larry marketing. So Larry was a good player, but he stayed getting hurt in Chicago. You know why he's getting hurt in Chicago? Because we had a dumb coach named Jim Boylan, who on back-to-back game road trip games, he'd make the team come into practice and running like they had a couple of days off. Suicide scrimmage, full plays, 4-quarter games, and everybody was getting hurt. So I just think sometimes the Bulls have a tendency of getting good players that don't fit, and we can't get the best of them. And the perfect example is Kobe White right now. Great player, but we can't get the best of him because his play style don't fit what we need.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
I was wondering about marketing, but it's a
Mm-hmm.
couple of other power forwards y'all done had,
Oh
but
no, no, for sure.
I
For
but
sure.
but I guess because he has made the All Star the All Star, I guess we
Mhm.
can bring
Yeah.
him up. So
Mhm.
that's definitely a good analogy. But
Yeah.
that he wasn't exactly who I was aiming at because Cleveland didn't use him right neither. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't totally blame y'all for him.
Appreciate it. At least we'll get a
Well,
blame for once. Appreciate it.
we got a
Yeah.
new we got
So
a new
hold on. What's going on with Lonzo, man? What happened? Is
yeah,
he done?
on time. This your first time on the channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where you from?
Chicago.
How long you been rocking with this channel?
I just saw them. It just popped up on my For You page.
Oh, okay. I appreciate you for stopping by, man. I got my man, the legendary SB Talk Sports in the house. Real takes over fake debates.
You
You
know
know,
it.
definitely talking that
The
Chicago
le-
Bulls.
the legend.
Yo, what's your thoughts on
Yeah.
this Bulls news?
Hmm.
I don't. What happened? I don't know. I just saw that
You ain't
y'all
see the
called,
back
He
and
called
forth
it
with
for
him and
me.
Stephen A?
no. He's asking for an update because he doesn't have the information.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Stephen A. and Lonzo Ball. Stephen A. shouldn't be talking about this at all. He has no idea what he was talking about. He shouldn't be
Mm,
talking about NBA players and their injuries at all.
mm,
I feel like he's a clown. He's a clown for doing that.
mm.
So what's up with your Bulls, though?
We need to blow it up, man. We're mid. Like we don't know what we doing, bro. We got
Man,
Age and DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine. He doesn't seem too happy in Chicago, and this team isn't going anywhere, bro. We just need to blow it up. Honestly,
he ain't wrong.
I don't know what we doing.
He ain't wrong.
Oh,
Hey,
oh, oh. Okay, so SB, you say he's not wrong. So why sign Vooch? Why not do a sign and trade with Vooch rather than keep Vooch?
I think AK because AK wants to be competitive. His first mindset because we was going through like a draft phase, and I don't know what your name was in the chat. I mean on the panel, but the one he'll tell you he a Bulls fan too.
No.
We went. He said who Nahari?
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. What y'all think I
SB,
know
I'm
him?
in it.
Oh,
Oh,
you
okay.
know him.
This
Yeah, I
Bulls
know.
fan, bro.
That's why.
I
This
go
Yeah.
by
Bulls fan.
they call me
This
Bulls.
Bulls fan. Yeah, this Bulls fan. I know Bulls fan. He be on my channel all the time. Pulling up too. I'll talk to him all the time. But yeah, so AK came into the situation where the Bulls, the city of Chicago, was upset with Garpax, and we wanted somebody in office who could make the team competitive. So now his mindset is, I'm always trying to be competitive. He need to realize he proved it to us already that okay, when the time is right, he gonna spend the money, he gonna push and get the team right. You proved the point of that. But we got like you said, an expiring guy in DeMar DeRozan. Zach LaVine, who was supposed to be a young star, and Vooch. We technically got 3 all-star caliber players, and we can barely make the play-in. That's not good enough. You might as well blow it up.
Yeah, it's not.
And then we lost one person. We lost
because it's just like,
and our team can't play the same no more. So one person killed the whole dynamic with 3 all-stars on the team, and the one person we lost is not an all-star. That's a problem. You might have to. And we got young talent that need to develop, like Patrick Williams, who could be the next Kawhi Leonard type of guy. But how can he develop his offense? And if he never get the ball, and DeMar DeRozan had the ball, and how can he truly develop his defense if we got him playing the wrong position as a 4? He never really played.
That's what I was about to say.
Facts.
He's playing out of position.
Yeah.
So I when you made the comparison with Kawhi, I'm like, no, he's playing out of position. He's playing the 4. So okay. I'm glad you addressed that part, because I definitely was about to tap on what you said.
Yeah, no, because that's the only problem that we have, and I think you gotta let a guy develop at some point. That's it. I think the Bulls.
So we see what happened with Laurie too.
Yeah, with Laurie too. Yeah,
see what happened with Laurie.
See
what happened with Laurie, Wendell. They went on and developed and became really good players. But now, since we have DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, and Vucevic taking up all the shots, Kobe Bryant can't develop. Io DeSumo can't develop. Patrick Williamson can't develop on offense or defense. Like it's just, I just know I'm not rocking with this team at all, and we're not good enough. We're not good enough to stop those young players' development. I can see if we were like when we had Lonzo, we were the best team in the Eastern Conference, the top 3 team in the Eastern Conference. Then I can say, okay, we can hold his development for a little bit. But if we don't even got our picks, like we didn't even have our picks this past season for that boost trade. So I understand kind of why we was thinking, but this season there should be no reason we're running it back with that season we just had. There's no signs of Lonzo Ball coming back anytime soon. Anytime soon.
Only time I've been cool keeping this team if they knew Lonzo was coming back day one starting, and we could try to run it back. But once he knew Lonzo Ball was out, I was just like, I at least let DeMar go and get some like extra asset pieces, and maybe run Patrick Williams and get a 4 in Vooch, and then maybe try to get a solid guard or something. But if you ain't got that, then I felt like it wasn't no point.
Okay,
as we didn't have our picks this season.
Both of y'all?
So that's why we didn't take.
Can I ask who got that stuff in the background?
That's probably me. Hold on, let me move.
Yeah, you probably got a mute Bulls fan every time you know your background, but you be having all the crazy stuff going on.
Yeah.
That's how I knew it was him, because his background noise. That's how I knew it was.
That's crazy.
Okay, so let me ask both of y'all a question. How do y'all really feel about AO? The new point guard that y'all just got.
I love Ayo. You gotta think about it. He from here too, so he get more love too because he from here. But I love Ayo. I think he could be an explosive guard off the bench who can score like something like, and maybe he could develop a jump shot or get a little bit stronger. He could finish at the rim, but he could be like our I don't know if he could be as good as Tyrese Maxey, but be our Tyrese Maxey or our quickly off the bench. Be one of those guys that is supposed to guard that quick buckets, push the pace type of guy. That's what I think he could be. But we love Ayo.
Okay, but then y'all bring him there to start?
Huh?
I could have sworn y'all bought him there to start. I know you said off of the bench, but I thought y'all bought him there to start over White.
No, we got Ayo in the second round.
At the beginning of the season, he was starting.
Yeah, then at the beginning of the season, he was starting.
Yeah, I thought Ayo was starting too. So yeah.
Yeah, he was starting.
The only reason why Ayo started was because Lonzo got hurt. That's the only reason why Ayo even started.
Because if Lonzo was there,
he was also having injury problems too.
He ain't starting.
No. I'm
definitely
saying as of right now, I thought the whole reason for y'all giving him the money was to start him.
Oh, you talking about this year? Because I had a feeling that you was talking about this. I'm looking at the roster.
Oh, this year. Oh, okay.
He might start this year. He might start actually. because who we finna
He
start?
not. I
Javon
don't think he's
Carter?
gonna start over Javon. Yeah, we definitely got to
Hey, that
start
Javon
Javon.
Carter
He
move ain't
much
moving.
better.
That Javon Carter move ain't moving
He's
me,
much
bro.
better than Io though.
He
This
ain't
Bulls
lead.
team ain't moving me. They
Yeah,
mid, bro.
you gotta start
They
Io.
mid.
Javon Carter's gonna be a career backup. You gotta start Io.
Yeah.
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Unless you start Kobe White, because Daly
I
and
just
Terry ain't ready yet.
I don't think White's gonna be your starter. I'm sorry to say I don't think White's gonna be your starter. I
I honestly
personally
think they should
don't
have
think
let
so.
Kobe White.
yeah.
They
I
should
don't.
have
I
let.
don't really see Kobe White because if we put Kobe White in the starting lineup, that defense is going to be oof. Like we need
That
a
offense
defensive
gonna be
point guard who can kind of
terrible.
push the tempo.
Terrible.
Like the
Oh
defense is
man.
not going to be there with Zach LaVine,
Mhm.
Vucevic, and DeMar. Just trade them
Yeah,
niggas,
yeah,
man. I don't know what's going on.
yeah. You got to
We
start
win our
Io
Wizards time
because
right now.
Io goes going to play defense. Io play
Mhm.
defense, so you got to start that
Yep.
dude. Yeah, it makes sense. It won't make no sense to put him on the bench.
Yeah. No, you're right.
So I
Yeah,
mean,
because
Because I'm looking at
I,
the roster. I don't see why unless we finna start Alex Caruso. I don't see no reason not to start him
now
unless they
I
finna run
can
Demar
see
at
y'all
point
doing
guard.
that. I can
Yeah.
see y'all
we
doing
might
that,
start Alex.
but I thought y'all
Yeah.
was moving Caruso to shooting guard though,
He pretty much
or to
played both.
shoot.
He played both. He played both. He played both
Yeah,
anyway.
he played like shooting
Played both.
guard, point guard, and small
Point
forward. He
guard.
be playing all
Yeah,
three.
he played both anyway. Yeah, no, I'm looking at it. Yeah, he might be. He might be. He might have to, bro.
And we gotta pay Pat Williams next season too. I just know I'm not rocking with this team. Like I don't even think we're gonna be a top eight
Yeah, that
seed. I think we're gonna be like a
yeah
10
that
seed again.
Man.
the team look trash as far as fit goes. It's trash.
Yeah, that's the problem. Our fit is terrible. It's terrible.
And
Without an elite
SB,
point guard, we terrible.
I wanted them to
Hey, hold
get.
on.
I wanted to get a defensive
Hey,
center. I wanted them to let go of Vooch or at least sign and trade him. We kept the nigga. I'm just like,
I like
hey,
I'm
Vooch
not moving,
because
bro.
he fit the dynamic of what the league is today. I think if you go keep Vooch, you got to have a forward next to who can rim protect and knock down open jump shots. That's what he
Yeah,
needs.
Patrick
Yeah,
Williams ain't
I
that nigga.
agree.
He not that guy.
He is a three.
Patrick
Yeah,
Williams ain't that though. He's a
yeah,
three.
nah.
He's
Yeah,
a small forward. He's playing power forward.
yeah, but he's an undersized four. I mean that's asking a lot.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's a small forward. He shouldn't be playing the power forward. He should be playing the small forward. He's playing out of position
Mm-hmm.
because our lack of front court depth, bro. We got all these guards, got no front court players. We like our front court depth is so bad. We had to sign Torrey Craig, bro. He's a decent,
yeah, we
solid
got Tory.
pickup,
That's
I
what I'm
guess.
saying. We got Tory Craig. Yeah.
Yeah,
He plays
man. We
some defense. You know what I'm saying? You know.
I mean, let's just run down some Eastern Conference teams. Like, are we going to be better than the Nets?
Ooh,
Nah,
I
I
don't
don't think
think
so.
so. I
I
don't
can't
think
even
so.
100. I can't even 100% say yeah on that. Nope.
No,
Are we going to be better
Wait,
than?
Not until we get not.
Mm.
SB. Yes, keep it funky, my dude. I'm following the Bulls too because I want to see what they're gonna
Mm.
do.
Mm.
But the Nets only have one spike
Mm.
in their tire, and I mean a thumbtack spike,
Mm.
and that's Ben Simmons, and they can do exactly what they did last year and send him
Sitting
home,
there. Sitting
and
them
they'll
home.
still be
Mm-hmm.
uh, uh over y'all. I hate to say that, but
I
they'll
mean, no,
still be
Yeah.
you're
over
not
you.
wrong. You're not wrong. I agree with you. You ain't
You
wrong.
ain't
You
not
ain't
wrong, man.
wrong. You're not
I
wrong.
definitely agree that their defense alone
Mm.
can make them a better team as because our defense actually isn't that bad. Respect Alex Caruso, but our defense isn't that bad. Our offense stinks.
Mm.
Um,
And
Terrible.
Bridges
I
and
just
Walker,
I,
yeah,
yeah. Are we gonna be
they
better
gonna
than
be a little
Atlanta? Are we
dangerous.
gonna be better than Atlanta?
I can't
We gonna be better than
100%
Atlanta?
say that.
Can't say it.
I don't think so. We gonna be better than
No.
the Pacers.
Yes, we'll be better than Pacers. Yes,
I think
Mm,
that's more
but we in
like
the
even
but
I
we
that's
don't know
tough.
about
Like
that,
they,
man. I
they
don't know
they
about
just
yeah,
got
that might be
Obi
tough. That's
Toppin.
that.
we
Just got
why we got
Obi
the Steve
Toppin
put together? Why the
to
Steve
wait,
put together?
wait to improve
Hey,
forward position.
hey,
They Obi Toppin.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a lot of quick second jumps for that rebound.
Mm-hmm.
Need to tip it or grab it.
mm.
So I mean, and he
and
loves to
they
run
and
the
they brought
floor
in
like a
Bruce Brown and
gazelle.
Io. They brought Bruce Brown in. They brought
Oh,
Obi
yo.
Toppin in. a nice
Mhm.
slide out there for Tyrese Halliburton. I mean, the Pacers, Miles
keep
Turner.
it-
I mean, they looking pretty solid.
To keep it a buck,
They might be better.
only team I can 100% say that we just better it in the East. I know we're gonna be better than is probably the Raptors, and that's still a question depending on if they get rid of Pascal Siakam. But I'm gonna say the Raptors, the Pistons, the Hornets,
We
and the
definitely better than the Raptors.
That's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
we definitely better than the
I don't
Raptors.
even know if we
They
100% better than the
replaced
Magic.
Fred
Is,
VanVleet.
is we better than the Magic right now?
Oh no, we
No,
better than
that
Magic. We better than Magic.
no.
We better than Magic.
Even with the
No.
Magic being a
Yo,
development team in the NBA, no, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't
Even with
know
them
either.
being the development team in the NBA, I
I
don't know.
don't know. Yeah, I don't know either, bro.
yeah.
Are we
I
better
know.
than
I can
Utah?
kind of see it. I can kind of
Are we
see it.
better than Utah?
No,
Are we better
not
than
better.
Utah
Utah in the
Jazz?
West.
Shit.
No.
Hey, of course
We're not
not.
better. We're not better.
Of
We're
course
not
not.
better than
That-
the Jazz, but they in the West.
We
We're
not
definitely
better
not
than the
close to them.
rebuilding team. That's crazy, man. Break this team up, man. We gotta
Hey,
be
Nah,
hey,
but
hey, hopefully the Bulls team will prove us wrong. Hopefully this Bulls team will prove us wrong. That's what I'm waiting to see.
I can tell you right now, I'm comparing the Magic roster to the Bulls roster. I'm looking at it side by side. The Magic roster moving me way more than this Bulls roster is. That's crazy.
Yeah,
and the
that's
Magic
crazy. You know
even
what? I'm looking at it
drafted
right
a
now.
defensive player,
Mm-hmm.
a defensive
I'm looking at the
guard.
Magic right now too. I'm looking at the Magic right now too. Markelle Fultz, Anthony Black, Paulo Franz, Wendell. I mean, oof. They got a lot of talent on that team.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they're
They
the
gonna be good.
development team in the
Cole
NBA though.
Anthony.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And they got the picks off us finesse. 'Cause I think that's what they picked was
They don't.
who was they pick they got from us? Was it
It
Anthony
was
Black or was it
Yeah,
Franz. It was
yeah.
Franz and Anthony.
Franz was one time of this year.
Franz and Anthony.
Yeah, then we freaking
Oh, Anthony.
Franz Wagner.
We
Yeah,
could have had Franz Wagner. We could have
Franz.
had Franz.
That boy went to Orlando.
We chose the modern rose.
Paul. No, he probably did better for him because we were just gonna mess him up too. You know, we good for messing up talent
Yeah,
that we draft.
we are. We are.
That's tough, bro.
I'm still shocked. Fultz is actually still in the NBA. To be honest,
He got a little
I'm
bit
actually
better though.
shocked.
He got better.
Why are you shocked that he's still in the NBA?
Who?
Because of the way it was like a
The narrative around him.
crash with no it was purely like a crash with him mentally when he first got in the NBA.
Mhm.
Like he tried to conform so hard to where he was confusing himself, I felt. So
Mhm.
I thought like once the Philly contract was done, I thought he was done. I'm not even gonna lie. So
Who you talking
I'm
about?
actually folks
Markel
for
Fultz.
him to still be in
Oh,
the
Markel
NBA.
Fultz. Oh, yeah, me too. Me too.
That's shocking.
All right, so hold on. After the Philly contract, and he got traded to Orlando.
Orlando.
So you don't think the way he's played in Orlando shows that he's an NBA caliber player?
No, I don't. At first, when he first got there, because that's the last time I stopped tracking him. When he first got there, the Magic wasn't using him properly. So with them not using them properly, I can't even lie. I turned down the volume on him. Like man, like I can't even worry about this dude no more. Now I have from the time I turned down watching him to the following season, that's when he got better. Because I did check his stats. That's when he got better from that point on. But the way he was trying to conform at the beginning, he was confusing himself
How was he trying to conform?
he was trying to change his shot just for Philly.
Why was
His
he trying
shot
to
was
change?
hitting it.
Why was he trying to change his shot?
The shooting coach had went up to him and said he didn't like his shot.
No, that's not what happened. That's not what happened. So Markel Fultz got in an accident, and he excuse my language, but he fucked up his shoulder. So he could not.
I
couldn't
didn't know
lift
that.
And the accident was actually his fault. He was riding an ATV and he fell off of it. So
Okay.
So now he had limited range with how high he moved his arm up. Notice the shot is completely different from his
Right.
freshman year at college. to his rookie year in the NBA. He got hurt in
Right.
that offseason. He actually looked amazing in Summer League. The pull-up was on point in Summer League. It was after Summer League where he got in the accident when he went back home to DC. So Markel Fultz has
Doing
been
something he's supposed to be doing.
he's been regenerating and just working on that jump shot like crazy, trying to get it to just be decent because he can't lift his arm up. He can't lift his right arm up over his head anymore. So that jump shot is coming out damn near in front of his face now. So he's adjusted to where the mid range is now
So
official.
that's why the shooting coach said that. Cause I watched the interview with the shooting coach, and the shooting coach was like, "Yeah, I went up to him and told him he needs to change his shot," and that
Yes.
was the last thing I heard about that. I did not know about the accident. I will admit to that.
Well, yeah,
But now I
that's
see why the shooting coach told him he needs to change his shot. It makes sense now.
I mean,
Okay.
he was airballing free throws. He can't lift his
Right.
arm. He can't lift his arm up over his head. So they got the mid range down now. The mid range pull up off the dribble looks nice. The three ball is where the three ball looks very uncomfortable. That's the issue right now. Which in order for him with his skill set, his ability to probe, his size, his finishing ability, his athleticism, his strength, his frame, he actually does not need a 3-point shot to be effective, but it does limit how good he can be as a player though.
Right. But I just thought when
We ain't got a chance to meet. I'm looking at it.
I'm not saying what I thought. I'm going off of what I heard from the shooting coach within the interview. So I didn't know about the accident, but now it all makes sense.
Let me
So
see.
okay,
that
I could
accident
dig that.
messed them up bad.
Yeah. I
You had
could
to
dig
change
that
his
part
entire
now.
jump shot.
Yeah, I could dig that now.
Let me see.
Fultz is nice though. I mean, Fultz is really good on defense too.
He was
Good
different before
playmaker.
he messed the show up.
Yo, he was. I ain't gonna lie. He was.
Because he was supposed to be the difference at Philly. It was supposed to be a
Oh
drafted
yeah.
three-headed monster. It was really supposed to be a drafted three-headed monster.
It's coming
Yeah,
out
him, Fultz,
now.
and Ben.
I'm looking at the article and stuff. I look like 2 different articles. It's coming out now. But when it happened, they kept everything under wraps because they didn't want to, you know what I'm saying, have a bad.
Yeah, they kept it under wraps.
They didn't want to mess up his draft stock.
Right.
Well,
Okay.
it
He was
happened
already
after the
drafted.
draft. It happened after Summer League. Yeah, he was.
They didn't want no
he had
bad.
already.
No, go ahead.
This they didn't. If Markel did it to himself, so Philly actually could have cut him because
Right.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
but
You going in and out, fam. You going in and out, fam. I can't even.
Yeah, you going in and out.
He
You
went.
DJ
I thought that was
scratching
me.
right now, bro.
I thought that was me too.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta start. You gotta start.
DJ scratching
Hey,
right
refresh
now.
and come back in, bro.
I was listening to you, bro, but you're scratching.
Yeah, you going in and out, buddy.
But yeah,
Hey, you still Mr. DJ?
Hey,
right
bro,
now. You still Mr.
bro,
DJ
you
he's
right
a
now.
lot
can't
further
hear
along
us.
than where he was though.
Hey, bro, we didn't hear
Yeah,
nothing
you
you
got-
said.
you
Your
gotta-
mic
We didn't hear nothing you said,
Refresh.
bro.
refresh and come back in. We ain't hear nothing you said.
Hey, who's that? Chance?
What's going on, flight?
Yo, what's good?
Yeah,
Chilling,
but
family,
that
chilling, family.
But no, they had to keep that under wraps. Like, one, he could have got cut by Philly, and 2, he was the number 1 pick in the draft at the time, and he was highly
right.
promoted as one of the next guys. So they didn't want that bad publicity on the number 1 pick in the draft. So
I thought the injury happened before. My bad.
no, it happened after, I believe. I just closed the article. Let me see again. Let me see.
I appreciate that. Good looking on that.
Yeah, but I didn't know about the accident. So now
Yeah,
it really makes
in
sense
Summer League he
about
wore
the
number
shooting
7
coach.
and was killing.
Yeah.
Summer League, he wore
In
number
Summer
7
League
and
he
was
played
killing.
well. Yeah, he played well.
So
And
all that happened with a shot was after summer league.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was after Summer League. Yep. So if you look at Markel Fultz Summer League highlights, you'll see him with his regular normal pull up from college, from 3 and from the midi, off the dribble, however you want it.
I feel you. Dave, maybe go look it up again. Markel Fultz Summer League.
Yeah. I don't have to check that out because I didn't even really check out the summer league. I seen like 2 games. It looked like he was going for more layups and assists than anything.
Right.
So I didn't really get to see what was going on with his jump shot at that moment. So I'm gonna have to check that out again. I appreciate that.
Let me see.
Yeah, But just like I said, now it makes sense on what that shooting coach had said. Because at first I was like, man, why is he trying to conform? Go for
Mm-hmm.
what you know, man. Like
His jump
don't
shot was
conform.
pure.
Yeah,
Well,
like don't
we knew it was a
conform for
problem.
them.
Well, we all knew it was a problem once we seen him, trying to shoot free throws,
Mm-hmm.
and he couldn't shoot a free throw. That's when people was like, "Hold on, what's going on here?" So
Mm-hmm.
nobody really knew because, of course, they're going to keep that under wraps. They're not going to say, and even if this happened after summer league, they're definitely not going to tell everybody, "Oh, our best
Mm-hmm.
player is down."
Well, they had labeled it mental health,
Yeah,
and
yeah, I know, I remember.
Yeah, they try to make
and
it a mental health thing at first.
Yeah, because of
yeah,
course, you're not going to tell everybody, "Oh, our star player is down." Like
Mm-hmm.
right,
you
right,
don't want
Can't
to
right.
do
do
that.
that.
Yeah, he did have number 7 on too. Yep.
So,
So
so what happened?
Yeah, they people
Yeah,
just say he forgot
I
how to
was
shoot.
I
I
was
remember
locked
when it
into
first
that. I
came out,
was
they was
locked
just saying
into
he
that
forgot how to
Lonzo
shoot.
draft class. I was locked into that draft class.
Mm-hmm.
okay,
What
Yeah,
happened? What happened
Markel
with that?
Fultz, man. That, at some point, do you think he need to get some surgery on that shoulder
I
at
thought
some
he
He
point
broke
to
probably
his
get
already
back
ankle.
to
did.
his
I
capability?
think he had the
Man,
He got it
surgery
out,
too,
he's
yeah.
not
Bonnie.
gonna be able to shoot the three though.
Yeah,
He
I
already
just
had the
Yeah, he
surgery
got the
already.
surgery. The surgery's not the issue. He got
yeah,
the surgery.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
had it
It's on the
already.
recovery
The
process
three ball is done.
yeah,
the
yeah.
crazy part about it
It's
is
a
he
recovery
averaged
process.
23 and 3 in the summer league, and that jump shot is pure water. It's like some Brandon
Yeah.
Roy
Yeah,
type of jumper. That jumper do not look
yeah,
like how it
exactly.
looks today.
And
Okay,
that's
so it did
actually
happen.
a great description. That's a great description. It looked a lot like
So
Brandon
what
Roy.
happened? What actually? Does anybody know what actually
He
happened to
got,
Markel
he
Fultz?
got an
What
yeah.
accident
Just
was
he
the
got an
accident?
He
ATV
fell off a
accident.
bike.
He rose.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Man, this
fell off
dude
a
did
bike.
not. Man, he didn't listen. He didn't see what happened to Jason Williams.
yeah.
Yeah,
You see how cold
yeah,
Jason Williams
God,
was? So he
ladies
fell off
fools
that
are
bike.
stupid.
yeah.
God, ladies fools is dumb. You did not see what happened
Young,
to Jason Williams. Nobody like, come on, fam.
young with money. Yep. I looking at him playing the summer league now. He'd at least been decent. He would have been. He would have been nice, bro.
Dude,
Hey,
the shot was wet.
what was he doing on the motorcycle anyway? I thought they had that in a contract to where he shouldn't be on there anyway.
No,
There, I
No,
mean,
you can't have a contract
no, it
where you can't
wasn't in his
drive a
contract.
specific vehicle. I mean, but you can't even have like you could try to put that in the contract, but legally, I don't think you could tell somebody they can't drive a vehicle.
No,
No,
no, no,
it's
no.
no,
It's a
no, no,
bike. Yeah,
no,
you
no.
can. Yeah,
It
dangerous. But you
is
can't put it in a
it
contract.
put be, because of what happened to the tight end with the NFL and and the three basketball players
Jason Williams.
before folks, they was starting to implement it within the contract. I think folks had kind of squeaked through because that wasn't the year they had it prepared.
Mhm.
I think it was the year after that you cannot they really don't want you to ride motorcycles,
Mhm.
ATVs, anything without shielding. It is the way they worded it, if I remember correctly.
So,
Anything
so, that,
without
so those are now that's a now
protective
official in the
shielding.
contract.
Yes.
Yep.
That's official in the contract now. So when I'm
They
signing
can.
a
Yeah,
jersey,
they can put
Yeah.
anything in your contract.
Yeah.
well, no, I know, no. I know they can put anything in your contract, right? But the
Mhm.
thing
Right.
is, when you're telling a certain player, oh, you can't do this or you can't do
Now
that,
listen.
now you're
I'm gonna tell
risking.
you
Now
what the
you're
breach
risking not
was.
getting
I'm gonna
signed.
tell you what the breach was. The breach
Okay.
was the breach was him getting the surgery on his own dime afterwards. That's what the breach was.
Okay.
Mhm.
He
Okay.
was
Now that sounds a little bit more legitimate.
he was embarrassed to go to Philly. He
So
was
he didn't let. Okay.
embarrassed to report back to Philly with that issue because of what he did, and so he
Yeah.
tried to
Mhm.
get a surgery done with his
So
own
he tried
dime.
to get a surgery before he even let them know,
Yep.
and that was a breach of contract. Yeah. So now that's a
Yep.
breach of contract. Now that I can go for.
Mhm.
But
Yeah. No.
but you just can't drive a vehicle, or you can't drive a certain vehicle. That doesn't even sound like that's like you can even really like you can really implement
Mhm.
that
'Cause
to all
people
players.
forget
No.
the NBA a business at the end of the day, and you gotta go off what the contract say they give you, bro. It's still a privilege to play in the
Right,
NBA.
but the way they're wording it is like a vehicle without protection.
Yeah,
So
like a
that
motor vehicle, any motor vehicle like that. Yeah.
yeah, but the way I read it in one, it said without protection. That will
Uh,
specifically mean like ATVs, motorcycles,
without a helmet.
like
Yeah.
yeah, without saying it.
No,
Mhm.
no, 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 no. He said without protection. So that means you have to have something around you,
Right.
like in the vehicle, like you have to have 4 doors or 2 doors.
Yes. Yes, that
That's what it means by
that's the
full
way they're
protection.
wording
It's
it.
not like you can
Yes.
ride a motorcycle with a helmet. That's not full
Because pretty
protection.
much you
Yeah.
get no protection. Yeah, you get no protection. Yep. At
So
all.
So basically, what they're saying is you cannot ride motorcycles anymore while you're playing.
right, because you are a commodity
Asset.
once you
No,
sign
I know
that
that part. I know that
contract.
part. Yeah, no, I
Yep.
know that part. That's not what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah, yeah,
I'm talking about the
y'all. Thank
wording.
y'all for having me up here, man. I gotta go. My phone for the die. My phone
All
for the
right.
die.
Yeah,
Thank
but
y'all for having
no,
me up here, though.
But yeah,
Not,
you an
no,
asset to the franchise, bro, because
yeah.
your
no,
body
I
is
know
the
that.
money.
No, I know that. I know that. I just didn't know that they can implement that into
Yeah.
contracts nowadays to where
Yeah.
people, you know what I mean? Like it's a known contract now. Like you cannot drive any motorcycle or
They can
anything
put
like
any
that. I didn't know.
yeah, they can put anything in your like how they can put like incentives that you can get a bonus
Oh yeah,
if
yeah,
you make it
like
to
the
the
fat
playoffs. Yeah.
contract, like like the Zion fat contract. That's never been a contract
Mm-hmm.
before. You know
Or
what I'm
like
saying?
with
Nobody's
Kyler
ever had the
Murray.
same
No,
contract.
no, no. Zion is not the first one.
No.
Oliver
He
Miller
ain't gonna
is
be the first
actually
or
the
the last
first
one.
one.
No.
Yeah, Oliver
But
Miller is
like
actually the
Kyler
first
Murray,
one.
right?
Oh yeah, yeah,
They put in his contract that he needs to study his playbook.
yeah. He needs to study his
They can put
playbook.
anything in a
Yeah.
contract. If you sign it too, you agree to it.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just didn't know that was a well-known thing now. Like you cannot do like nobody can. Is that like
Hell
all
no.
contracts now, or is that just specific to players?
I think it's a general sense of that because you riding a bike, you putting yourself in danger every time you hop on a bike. Honestly, people don't like to say that because I know a lot of people that ride motorcycles. My uncle died on a motorcycle accident. Like you putting yourself in danger riding a motorcycle every time.
My uncle crashed with me on the back, so I
Yeah.
know how
Yeah,
dangerous motorcycles are.
yeah,
You know
you
what I'm
gotta.
saying?
Yeah, when that thing happened to Jay Williams in Chicago,
They was
they
pissed.
started making some changes. When that happened to him, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No,
And that's all. And sometimes that's all it takes
I
for
just
one
really
person
want
to
to
mess
know.
it up for everybody.
Yeah, I know. I just really want to know is that a new contract for everybody now, like, or is that just for certain people
I
that they want to
believe
put
so. Let me
That
players on?
see. I can look it
that
up.
I don't that part I do not know.
Okay, okay.
I know after the investigation, you learn what a player likes and dislikes are, and then you start to find out with your investigators. You can find out what they do on their off time.
But
Yeah. Certainly,
Okay.
certainly.
especially when you're a franchise player, I mean, if you were a star player for your team, like just say for instance, they want LeBron. Just say LeBron James ride a motorcycle. They make sure he don't ride no motorcycle. He get hurt. Guess what? He the franchise player. So
But I
come
don't
on.
know if that's true or not because I've seen his son riding a dirt bike.
Or Zion, cause they don't want nobody like him to go to the motorcycle.
I
He's a
know.
franchise player. You know.
No,
No, no. No.
I
We
even
totally understand
understand what
that.
my man is saying, but
Yeah.
that's the son that was still in high school, didn't even get to college yet.
Mm-hmm.
No. Totally understand it. Totally understand what you guys are saying. But if I'm LeBron and that's in my contract, then I'm gonna make sure that my son doesn't ride it either because I know he's the next one coming up to go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but he also lets his kids be kids to a point
Right.
too.
Right.
Yeah, I'm trying
I
to look
mean,
at what I
I'm
LeBron
not
see.
can't.
It's about like
disagreeing.
reckless behavior. Don't you can't engage in like
Right.
reckless behavior like ride
So,
motorcycles.
but if they put that in your contract, that means you can't do that while you in the NBA or in your spare time. You're not allowed to be on a
Yeah, that's what
motorcycle.
I'm saying.
Long
I
as,
just want to know,
long as
like,
you're part of the NBA.
is that a standard contract now? That's all I want to know. Is that a standard
I
contract
think
you sign
so.
with
I'm
the
looking it up. I
NBA,
think so.
or is it
Yeah.
specified for
The
specific
reason the
players that
contract
they
with the
basically
NBA is in
investigated?
no compliance is that it must cover every possible contingency. Perhaps you hate motorcycles and will never dream of getting one. Nevertheless, the contract will include a clause preventing such reckless behavior because a player's health is so vital to the team's success.
Yep.
So
So,
now
yo,
it's in there. It's in their period now, right? It's in
Yep.
the contract period.
Yes.
yep.
Cool.
So if you're
Okay.
Yeah.
doing
It just
anything
worded
danger,
funny.
any reckless behavior that could be vital to your health, you cannot do it.
Cool.
Yeah. It's just worded funny.
Somebody got a revert coming back.
Yeah.
Echo.
Yeah. Somebody got an echo.
Yeah.
It might be
Look,
me.
hey, Flight, appreciate you having me on. I gotta get up out of here, brother. Appreciate it.
All right, Lonzo.
SB appreciate.
Appreciate it, y'all.
So who on right now?
Gemini. I think I heard Kafani, Flight, Spike,
Okay, cool. All right,
and And you.
All right, cool. We got some people on. Cool. So so where y'all? So I heard y'all talking about the Bulls and where y'all got them rated. So where y'all got it? Y'all going to go to the playoffs this year?
No.
Oh
No?
man. Man, you might not even make the play in, man. I don't know, man. You know.
I
Because I heard somebody comparing them to the Orlando Magic, saying they're not better than Orlando.
No, they're not. Even with Orlando being a development team.
You don't think so?
No.
I mean, they still have Zach LaVine in the cast, right?
Man,
DeMar DeRozan.
even with Orlando being a development team, no, Doc.
I think y'all just being a little harsh towards Chicago because they didn't do what y'all wanted to do because Lonzo was
Man,
hurt.
I'm harder on Charlotte Hornets than I am on y'all.
Oh, I don't really care too much about Chicago. I'm a Miami fan, so I'm a
No.
Heat.
I'm just saying. I'm harder on the Hornets because like what I'm saying their problem is like their overall
Hold
problem.
on, Gemini. Yo, whose hands?
I mean,
Yo, hold on. We
man,
got a new guy
Charlotte,
on the
man.
panel. Are you there?
Yeah, they're gonna have both of these teams gonna have to prove what's wrong. Charlotte and
Hold
Chicago.
on,
Have to,
Kafani, hold on.
okay. I didn't hear no.
Go
My
ahead,
bad.
Flight. Go ahead,
No, I
Flight.
was trying to see if this guy was on the panel.
Who?
I don't know this guy. Like I said, not speaking. But y'all go keep doing your thing.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead, Kafani.
Pick it back up, Fonny. My bad.
Kafani.
I think he left.
Okay. Basically, even with Orlando being the development team of the NBA for real, y'all, Chicago is not better than them.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You got too many young players over there that do not mix right now.
Man, they trust me.
All they have is a bunch of talent. But Orlando Magic always has a bunch of talent. Just having talent doesn't mix into playing with each other very well.
I'm not saying that is the equation. What I'm saying with what they just drafted and with what they already have, they're going to make. I think they're going to make more noise than Chicago.
Orlando has to worry about just making some noise. Period.
They kind of made noise last year, even with not playing ball the way that they should.
They were like at the bottom, right?
Yeah, they was at the bottom. Hold on, yeah, I'll look it up right now.
I really don't see you going from the bottom all the way up to the top that quick without a primetime player.
Hold on.
That's a little, that's a far fetch for me, I think, period. Like, you don't have a primetime player, you don't have that go-to, you don't have that star yet. Pablo's nice, but Pablo ain't that guy.
No, they had to strengthen their bench. They really had to strengthen their bench, and they did that with the draft to me. They did that with the draft to me. Like, their bench is more solid now.
Yeah. They might do something though, but I'm just glad Bobo went to the Phoenix. I'm glad that because Orlando wasn't using Bobo the right way anyway.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Denver didn't, like, a lot of people didn't use Bobo right. Period. To me, Denver didn't
Actually, to be honest with you, that was holding them back though. That was holding Bobo back though. Let's be honest.
It's not holding them back. It's literally they look at him, they see his dad.
Disrespectful, I know.
They look at him. It's not disrespectful. They look at him. They see his dad. Not looking at that he's more mobile. He is more crafty.
That's obvious. Come on now, that's
but
obvious that he's
but
more mobile than his dad. That he has a better game than his dad. Like we can
but
all,
I'm
everybody can see that.
but I'm saying what the organizations look at. So that's why they keep trying to put him at the center position. When he originally came in the NBA, and the problem he had with Denver, the coach told him he wanted him to play five. He said, "Coach, I'm a power forward." That's when him and the coach fell out. So the coach started limiting his minutes from that point within that conversation. Just that point.
I didn't know that happened. My bad. Okay, good looking.
Yeah. And then when he got to Orlando tried the same thing when he first got there. Oh, we're gonna put you in at center. So they was playing him as the backup center when he got there. His game is a
Yeah, I don't
power
know why they. I
forwards
don't know why they
game
keep on trying to convert him into a center. If that's the case,
because
he's
they
clearly
see
not.
him, they see his dad.
Yeah, but his dad kind of didn't even really play that much of a center. Like his dad was like a kind of a, I don't know. His dad was kind of, it was kind of weird with his dad playing, like because he played center, but he was always basically on the outside too. So it was kind of like I don't know. Dad was kind of a 4-2.
Yeah, but with the height that he was primarily the center, but that
Yeah,
but that's literally what killed him. And I know about the off the court stuff, so I'm not gonna bring
yeah.
that up because a lot of people don't know about that part of him. But like literally when it comes to them, I don't literally see. I don't see why they never. You could tell the games that they put him at power forward, and and you could tell because he was a walking double double, and
So
that's
do you
off
think
of
it's
the
the sins of his
bench,
father?
huh?
So do you think it's the sins of his father?
Yeah. No, I think it's the ignorant um of the organizations. Me personally.
I mean, because you can't really say. I mean, because like, how can they really say that he's this certain? Literally, you have Kevin Durant. That's what 7'1". I mean, 7 foot, and he's playing.
Yeah.
He played in three basically, or the two sometimes. So like, they know what's going on. But I'm thinking like it's the sins of his father because you know that Bobo's not a center. We know he's not a center. Everybody can see
No,
that.
no, but it's still the ignorance of the organization. You could see something and know something, but you should see better than you hear, right? You should see better than you hear. But when it comes to when it came to Denver and when it came to the Magic, you could tell the games that he really shined. He was at the power forward position. I mean, he
He was at
actually
he was at the whatever
averaged.
position.
No, he was actually at the power forward position,
No, I know. I'm
and
just saying the
and
whatever position because he can also bring up the ball.
right. But he literally averaged double doubles during those games. Then what they would do, like to shake his confidence, like right after that real good game, or that decent game,
Yeah, they would
even
sit
when
him
they
down.
gave him to yeah, right, they snubbed him on the minutes part.
Yeah, they would
So
sit him
then,
down. Yeah.
so literally every time he get that engine revved up. I mean, you stall out, but they
That's
really
what I'm
should have
saying.
known what was going on with him because his idol was KD. That's his idol.
But what I'm saying is like as an organization, if you see that you have this guy that's talented, right? You can see he can
Hmm.
clearly run the floor as a big man. He can do a lot of things that you need somebody to do as a big man. Why do you not give him a chance? Like, what is it that they think they know, or you know what I'm saying? Something it's weird to me because for me it has to be the sins of his father because it just makes
Yeah.
no sense
Hey,
that you
but you,
clearly have a kid that has
but
talent.
yeah, but you know what
But
though? It's good that he's over there with the Suns because he's with his idol now. He's gonna produce way better. He's gonna show him what he can do over there.
I hope
I
so
think
because
I think he's just gonna get tutelage from his idol.
yeah, well, he doesn't have a KD's game. He's not as fast as KD. You know what I
No,
mean?
no,
Like he
I'm
doesn't
I'm
have.
saying he's gonna get the tutelage that he didn't get in Denver. He's gonna get the
Oh, yeah,
tutelage that he didn't get with the Magic.
yeah,
Is
yeah,
what I'm getting at.
yeah. I believe so. Yeah, I believe so too. Because Denver
Like
is because it kills me with Denver because Denver is a place where you can go and if you got a game, they seem like they'll keep you. That's what it seemed like a lot of people with Denver was going. Like Torian Craig, people like that. If you had game, they was gonna keep you, and you were gonna get the
Like,
minutes. So when I see
like they
Bobo
just
killing the
ignorant, like you
game,
said. They ignorant over there, man. The ignorant organization know that he don't play center. So they try to force them to play center by default. You know.
Yeah, but they didn't even keep the heart of their locker room. This past off season, they let
Nope.
him leave, and that was Jeff Green.
And
Well, I mean,
Denver,
we
Denver
got
is not
players
going to a
that on the
Denver is not
defense
going to a
that do a better
championship this
job
year,
at
y'all.
both.
Denver is not about to repeat. I'm just letting y'all know that now. They
Oh
might
no,
make
no,
it to
no,
the
no.
playoffs.
They got lucky that they got there.
Yeah, yeah. You think they're gonna get to the championship? Hell no. Denver's not
No, they
going
got
to the
lucky.
championship.
Look.
Hey,
The
Denver's not going to
championship
the
was fit.
championship here. And you heard it right here on Flight
The
Sports
championship
TV.
was fit for
Denver's not
LeBron.
going to the championship.
The championship was fit for LeBron. LeBron just effed it up. Period. It was set for the Lakers. They already let the
No,
Lakers in. They let the Lakers in the
we had
playoffs.
Vandale, we had Vandal that was hurt. We had like three players that was hurt,
No,
dog.
no, that's not what I'm saying. That's
Mobamba
not what
was
I'm saying.
hurt.
That's what I'm saying though. They set the playoffs up for a certain reason, right? Because they had to have LeBron in, right? They literally didn't have the team, a good enough team to even make the playoffs. The Lakers didn't. We seen them basically hand them the playoffs.
Mm.
We seen it at the end of the year. Like we seen teams drop out just so the Lakers can come up. We seen the officials basically
So
give them
they
keep them
handle
out
the
of the free
playoffs.
throws.
They're gonna so the Lakers gonna get that championship. Huh? They're gonna get that. LeBron gonna get his
Yeah,
fifth
yeah.
ring.
So LeBron can get his fifth,
It,
right?
it,
But they
it
literally set it up for
honestly
LeBron, and LeBron
depends.
effed it up, yo.
Yeah,
It
they missing the
it
center. That's gonna kill them.
it honestly depends right now, and I will honestly tell you what it depends on. Who that third center is gonna be for the Lakers, because as of right now, yeah, that third center, because that is the position that we're more concerned about and weaker at.
Is it third
It
center?
yeah we
You gotta be a one
Hey,
center. What are you
boy,
no
one center first?
no we even though he don't like to play it, it will be AD to start the game. Hayes will be one of the backups, but we
AD
do
is
need
not a center,
another
bro.
backup.
hey, you gonna
AD
put
is not a center.
Wui
He wasn't
Hachimura
a
gonna
center
help
in
him out
college.
down there, man, because they ain't gonna get no center.
I know I know with him being the anchor of the defense for the bench, but Roy, but we do need another center, and
Wait,
that's
wait, wait.
what.
What about that young cat y'all had? Uh.
If you're talking about Mobamba, he's in
No,
Philly.
no, no. I said the young cat, not Mo Bamba. I'm talking about the young cat that y'all was playing with this year. He was a rookie or second year player.
We,
He was killing them early.
the only you talking about the guy from Florida,
I don't know where he came from. I don't even
Castleton?
give me
Talking
who?
about Castleton in summer league?
No, 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 no. I'm talking about earlier in the year. Earlier in the year, when the game
Talking about
started.
Scottie Pippen Jr. No, you ain't talking about him, huh?
No,
No,
no, no,
no,
no, no, no. A center.
he's
Big man.
talking about he's talking about Bryant.
Oh,
Bryant went
Yes,
got
O'Brien.
traded from
yes,
us.
Oh
Bryant got
yeah.
yes.
traded from us. Went to Denver. Got a championship ring. Being on the bench now, he's in Miami.
Wait. So that young dude that y'all had that was balling, y'all traded him to
Yeah,
Denver.
yeah. We traded him to Denver at the trade deadline
But this year or last?
last year, and now
What?
he's in Miami.
Bryant, right? Bryant.
Yeah, Bryant.
Oh, and now he's in Miami.
Yeah, he's at Miami.
Oh yeah, we got my man. Now we got
Oh
somebody to help
yeah.
out of
Oh,
bio.
Miami is gonna make him a better player over there. They got
Man,
ways to get make
yeah, we
them
are.
players better
Now we
over
got
there.
somebody to
So
help out of
he's gonna
bio.
be fine.
Man, Adebayo's about to
Yeah.
beast up, bro. If we get that dude Brian at center position, bro. Adebayo's
Yeah,
about to beast up people.
y'all have Bryant. Y'all
Oh
got Bryant.
man, perfect.
Mobamba that was hurt is now in Philly.
Oh, that ain't working.
Um, no, not now. He was another one that was playing, but when he twisted his ankle and did that sprain to his ankle, it took him too
Yeah.
long to come back. That's why we didn't have him for the playoffs.
No, I'm saying Mobama's a good player, but Mobama's not. He's not the turnaround that we need in Miami. You know what I'm saying? Like we really needed like somebody on that position
No,
on
no,
that left
no.
block. Yeah.
I'm just stating where players went. I'm
Oh,
just
okay, okay.
stating where he
Yeah.
went. But as far as the Magic, I think the Magic had like 34 wins last year.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. See,
To to
I knew they
to
was at the
to
bottom.
answer your question.
Yeah, I knew they was at the bottom. I knew it.
Yeah, but I mean they drafted what they needed on their bench. In fact, I'm going back to who's all on their team because they got Ingles who's still a 3-point threat. even though
Mhm.
he's slow on defense,
Yeah,
but he's tall
Joe
enough
Ingles.
to
Yeah.
prevent somebody from shooting the three though. Um,
Well,
hold on, I'm pulling up their roster now. Dum dum dum.
because I got to see if they're gonna be better than Chicago. I don't really think so at all, bro. Like I don't think they're gonna be close to where Chicago is. I'm sorry. I don't even like Chicago like that, but I just don't think that they're gonna be close to where Chicago is.
They got Jed Howard and Anthony Black. That's who they drafted. That's who they needed. 6'7", 6'8".
What
They
does that mean? Wait.
huh?
What do you mean that's what they needed?
Yeah, that's what they needed. A tall shooting guard slash small forward, a tall point guard
They
slash
have a
shooting
lot of
guard.
those,
No, no,
bro.
no. Tall. I said tall.
Bro,
I said tall.
I know. Okay, just because you're taller doesn't mean you're better or
No,
faster.
no, no. Black plays hella defense, dog. Jet is gonna be more of a project for the Magic, and that's just to build his confidence. But Black is gonna hit the defensive streak running. Like Black whole game is on defense and playmaking.
Okay,
So then you got
but
of
he's not
course the
proven yet
rookie of
though.
the year. Uh, uh, I bet you I'll put an Arizona on it that he gonna hit the ground running like Caruso and
Okay,
taller.
okay,
'Cause that's the foundation of his game.
okay,
And he's good on switches at
okay.
6'7". Um
Everything sounds good until you get to the NBA.
no, I mean that he's built on defense, so I'm not even worried about him when it comes to that. Of course,
Okay.
they got Wagner, both of the brothers.
Oh, they got both of the
Uh,
brothers.
yeah, they have both of the Wagners.
Okay,
Um,
one of them really good.
and Carter Jr. Also the other center.
He's a career
So
backup.
yeah, so I mean they drafted what they needed for the bench, like what
I
they
mean,
were
but
showing on and what they had to move around. Cause even Jet Howard could be switched to small forward. I mean he's 6'8". So I mean
I
he can
mean,
be switched to small forward.
yeah,
He really has the body of a small forward that to me that's trying to play shooting guard. He just doesn't have the speed of a shooting guard. Like you basically will put your mind is that your shooting guard need to be just a little quicker. And I don't know if it's maybe because he didn't concentrate on it or what, but
now people
I
keep
don't
talking
think
about
I,
defense. People keep talking
huh?
about defense, right? The only defense you really need is is in the low blocks because your perimeter defense right now you can't really do nothing out there on the perimeter. You can't stop nobody. You literally have to let them go by you, or else it's a foul call, right? So when you're taking
That
man,
no
quit playing
black
with me.
no black no black lateral movement is quicker than what people think. That
Look, bro,
he's quick. He's quick.
look,
His
bro.
lateral movements are quick.
That sounds all good and fine and dandy. I ain't never seen the dude work yet. You know what I'm saying? So I got to see him in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get to the NBA, it's a little bit faster, all right, than what you're gonna do in college. And where did he play?
He played. I want to say Arkansas. Arkansas.
Okay, that's a pretty good school to play at. You're in the SEC, so that's they're a tough division. But
Yeah.
still, from college to the pros, man, it's a different ball game, man. Different situation, different ball
No,
game.
I dig what you're saying.
So
But
when you say on defense, he's gonna be that guy. I just have to wait and see.
yeah,
I'm not saying that they're wrong.
and
I
the
just gotta wait and
defense
see.
gonna turn the offense
Yeah, I
because
just gotta
like
wait and see.
he plays unreckless defense, but hard man to man defense.
Okay, okay. Because
And
it's the
that's
same
why I
thing.
say
It's
his
the same thing about Miller, right? Everything been talking this good stuff about Miller and all this stuff,
no
but
no
then
no,
when you have
no. I my thing about Miller is this. If for them to get the best out of Miller, especially from the beginning, I think they need to run an offense for the more cater to him as far as like a Reggie Miller type offense. That's what I feel. And I
yeah,
think you could get the best out of Miller because
but that's what
that
they're trying
was
to make
kind
him
of
that
what
guy.
he had at Alabama.
But if that's
But
because of Alabama, he supposed to be that guy at Alabama? He was like the
he,
main scorer.
he was the main scorer, even with above average to average point guards. I mean, a lot of the times they threw him the ball low. He didn't catch it in the shooting pocket. He caught it low. Even with him being so tall, they was throwing the ball to him low.
Well, I mean, even if you catch it low, you can still get a shot off. You know what I mean? If you're a good
I mean,
shooter.
he was getting his shot off, but
Yeah.
then but
I'm just
then
talking about
it
as far
went.
as running. I'm just talking about as far as running the team through him. That's not going to happen. We already know it's Lonzo Ball team. So what I'm
No, I
saying
mean,
is,
he
for him, if he can get off, the only way he's really going to be able to get off to me is if, like you said, they actually run plays for him, or he's
mhm.
able to shoot, off the just shoot from the corner, or just stand up spot up shooter.
I,
So
I
I don't.
I think he could be a Roman shooter. To be honest, I
Well, yeah, it's still a spot up shooter. I mean, you're roaming
his
the floor,
mid
but
is there, his mid range is there. As far as when it comes to the NBA, it's a little foot distance. But if you really take a look at how far he's back when he shoot his threes already, he he, he should adjust well on
he
that
didn't look like
instance.
he was that guy in summer league. So you got to
Well,
put. You know what
well,
I mean?
some
Like,
wait, hold on, and I'm glad you brought up summer league. You have to bring up the guards, the regular guards, was in competition for themselves, so they was looking off of him a lot. Then when they did give him the ball, they it
no, you look. If you're the coach, right, your coach is gonna run it through you.
they
If you're that
wasn't
guy, you're the third
coaching
pick,
them, dog. No, they
bro. You're
was
the
not
third pick.
coaching them.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Nobody's
The,
coaching.
that no Charlotte no, and see that and that's what we have talked about on here. Spike done talked about it. Big L done talked about it.
What?
Charlotte was not prepared for summer league. They did not do no preparation. That's what we was all talking about. And I
Oh,
don't even follow Charlotte like that. I'm a Laker fan,
yeah.
but I listen to the way Big L, Poke, Spike, Purple Baby, um Dex all talked about how really did seem like, and we seen it within the summer league, like there was non-prepared, like people was like me
Okay.
against the
So
world
basically,
type
the coaches weren't
situation
prepared, but the players
competing.
weren't.
No, the coaches were not prepared.
What?
No, the coaches were not prepared with Charlotte.
The coach is not prepared for summer league.
That
That's ridiculous.
no, that's what we was talking about. We've been talking about
Yeah, 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 bro. You gotta think about when they never been prepared. Look what happened to Jello went over there. They wasn't ever prepared for the
they didn't get
summer
prepared
league.
till like the third game, pimp.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Yeah, that's what I'm
No, well,
telling them.
the
Yeah.
Jello situation is different. They just don't want Jello in the league right now. I think that's a league thing because of Lonzo. I mean because of the daddy. Um,
I don't touch no subject with that 4 letter word. So okay, but but
four letter.
but literally, if you watch this
I
summer
didn't catch
league
you. I didn't catch
and,
that. This four letter word.
and you watch the Hornets, they was not prepared to the third game, pimp. To the third game.
Okay, no. When I'm saying prepared, right? I'm meaning the team wasn't
Hmm.
prepared. Either the players or the coaches weren't prepared. Because now you
They
got to tell me
weren't
as a coach
prepared, bro.
that you're not
But they
prepared
weren't prepared as a
that you're not
whole.
preparing the team.
They
That was
wasn't
ridiculous.
prepared. No, they wasn't prepared as a whole because they wasn't all on the same page. So you cannot separate the coaches from the players.
Yes,
You
you
have
can. No, no, no,
players.
no, no. Yes, you
No,
can. I can coach you, bro. I can coach you and give
no,
you a play,
they was
bro.
not
I can coach you.
coaching.
I can coach
You
you and give
keep
you a
saying
play.
that they was coaching. They was not coaching, dog. They was ill prepared. They was my G. They
I
was
can't
ill
believe that.
prepared for summer league. You
I cannot believe that the
for,
coaches were prepared
for,
that weren't
for,
prepared. Bro.
First of
I
all,
cannot believe that.
you're making it sound like the Hornets have been drafting who they should have drafted. First of all, just, just take a step back to go a step 2 steps forward. The Hornets have a problem drafting wise because why? Mike has drafted who he has only wanted to draft, and damn what the scouts say. That has been a problem. The other problem has been the the coaching and development of players. Damn near everybody hit the G League. Um, so for a lot of them, they are like Charlotte this draft, and I brought this up the flight when even when they drafted the guy who just came off of the knee problem, they're drafting their future replacements for who they have on the roster now because Book Knight, prime example, is a third season player, right? Third season player of summer league.
Uh-huh.
And if you watch them play, there was no leadership. They,
But Book
there
Knight's
was
not a leader.
no.
He's not even ready.
Hey, he's supposed to be the floor general, and
Bro,
he
I don't
was
care what he's
one.
supposed to be. See
He
what I'm
was
talking about.
one of
Bro,
three. He was one
stop,
of
bro.
three
Stop, stop,
that
stop,
was
stop, stop,
three
stop.
seasons
Stop. I don't
as
care about
a
all that, man.
summer
Look, look,
league
look, look, look.
player.
Y'all keep
You're
talking about these
saying you
players.
don't care, but
Hold on. No, what I'm saying is y'all
that
keep
is a
talking about these
point.
players. Y'all keep talking about these players, right? As if they are the go-to, right? If I'm a coach and I give you a strategy to do, right? And you don't implement the strategy, or you're not good at it, or you don't know what you're doing, that's not a reflection on the coach. That's a reflection on you as a player. You're not
Okay,
ready.
well, why didn't you bench him? Why didn't you bench him? Why
Yeah,
didn't you
but
Well,
bench
the
him and
coach got
next
to lead the
man
way.
up?
Yeah,
bro,
yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
bro,
They
wait,
if the
wait,
go.
wait.
That's
organization
it.
Oh,
is telling
Hey,
you,
oh,
but
if the organization, hold on, if the organization is telling you we want to see Book Knight
Cafani,
because
I'm
we
about to
paid him,
prove him wrong. I'm
okay,
about
hold
to
on,
prove him wrong
okay,
with
well,
what
prove
he
me wrong
just
after I speak.
said.
Prove me wrong after I speak. Okay, what I'm saying is, if you are the franchise, right, and you are the
Mm-hmm.
owner,
Mm-hmm.
if I paid all this money for a certain player, I'm going to want to see that
Mm-hmm.
player on the court. Therefore, the coach has to play him because they have to see what he has on the court. You spent so much to get him. You want to see what he goes, where he goes. Now, if he's not
Mm-hmm.
doing his job, then he's just not doing his job, and that's just Book Night. I don't believe Book Night is ready. Period. I never thought he was.
Well, okay, and let me show you how the coaching
hey,
staff
dude,
has been
we gotta
trying
stop being
to
so delusional, bro.
wait. Hold on, Cafani. Wait 1 sec. This is how much the coaching staff has still been trying to believe in Book Knight. That's why Book Knight has got a lot of minutes. But his replacement, Smith, is definitely going to play better than him, plus harder than him, and he's going to wind up seeing way more time. But but the guards during summer league, if you honestly pay attention, was more in competition of each other, competing for a bench spot. That was one of their problems. The other problem was the front court. And I brought that up even after the first and second summer league game.
What about it?
The problem with Charlotte right now is the front court and the competition of the guards because they don't know what the pecking order is actually going to be, especially with what they just drafted. Now, before this draft, the problem was the coach and that your star went down and your second star was not there. That was last year problem. Bridges wasn't there, and when Lamelo went down, they was trash. Okay, I could agree with you. So the next leader up should have been either who, Bug Knight or Terry Rozier, and neither one of them took over.
And
You
we know
you
that.
say it doesn't matter. Wait, you say it doesn't matter, but then we have to go back to summer league because just off of what you stated, and I'm going off of your articulation of your words.
For
If
summer
they're
league, right?
not producing, send them. What you gonna do with them? You sit they fucking ass down. Did the
Yeah.
coach do that? No, they did not. They let them play, and
Well,
that
you have
shows
to let
that
them.
there was air prepared. That shows that there was
That
air
does,
prepared
that
and
does
was
not.
not ready as a organization total.
That does not
That's
show
why
air
you
preparation,
cannot
bro.
separate. That's why you cannot separate the coach nor the summer league players because literally the Charlotte
The coach
Hornets.
doesn't get to pick who they want. If they look,
Oh my
if
God.
a lot of things was up to the coach, the coaches would probably have way different players than what they actually have to coach on, right? So you
Don't
have to
tell
go
me
off what
who
you have
they
to coach.
drafted.
I know,
You
sir.
have to
Sir,
go
I
off of
know.
what you playing with.
Sir, I
What you
just said
playing
that,
with
sir.
and what they
Sir, I just said
did
that.
is two different things.
I just said that. You're just repeating what I just said. All you're doing right now is repeating me. I literally just said that out my mouth. If you were
I
listening,
said they ill prepared. You said that no, they was prepared, and you
I did
can't
not say
believe
that.
that they wasn't
Look, stop,
prepared.
stop, 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 stop. That's not what I said. You're lying right now, and you're literally you're literally like giving misinformation about what I'm saying. Period. So please just listen to what I'm saying and stop just like thinking you know what I'm saying. I literally just did not say any of that at all. I did not say anything that they were prepared, any of the thing like that. I said the coaches. You're not going to tell me, you sit here and tell me that the coaches were not didn't have a game plan or weren't prepared for anything at all when all they have to do is go off of what they have as talent. You just said the same thing I just said, right? You just said all you have to
No,
do is you have to go off the talent
I
that you
said it
have.
wasn't producing, and I said the guards was in competition of each other.
You said
That
you
is
said
what
it
I
based, you
stated,
said it based on the
and
talent
that
that
was
you
the
have.
Hey,
problem.
bro,
You said you have to coach it. You
no,
said you have to coach the
ain't no
talent that
panic.
you have.
Everybody else on here will tell you the same thing, bro. You gotta look at. I mean, you could go back and play it back, and you could tell. You go back and look at the tape, or go back and to all those other times and tell me, do you see any leadership out there, and tell me,
Bro,
do you see any
everybody
coaching
was
out there?
for
I
self.
don't see nothing. Even Flight, Vex, and all of them could tell you this. We all watched all watched it, bro. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to look at
In
that stuff.
fact, we watched
See,
it on the stream. We
yeah,
watched
that's
it
what I'm
on the
saying.
stream.
We watched it, so you can't tell me if these players were so good, bro. Guess what? Damn it, we should have been
The
made
gu-
it to the
the
playoffs.
Who
We
said
should
that
have
the
been in the
players were
playoffs
so
the last
good? Are you
2 years
guys
with the
listening?
Charlotte.
the
I mean,
guards
You
was
let's
in
be
guys listening?
realistic.
competition.
Are you guys listening? I never said the players were so good. I never said that. You guys
I'm
are
talking
not
about.
listening at all. You guys are
They
really
not.
not
Hey,
listening at
hey,
all.
I'm sorry, man. Brooklyn
Wait.
Nine is not moving the
You
needle.
you you
I did
I'm
not say
sorry,
no
anything
bro.
wait
about the players were so good. I said
no.
Book Knight wasn't ready. I said Book Knight wasn't ready. I said they didn't have the players. I
It's the
literally
third
said
season.
all of
He's
that
still not
before I even
ready, bro.
started.
They had the players.
What?
Book Knight is not ready. You see Book Knight's not
You
ready.
had more than book night though. The guards
Yeah.
was in
Yeah.
competition of each
We were
other
just talking about
and not
we were
running the
just talking about Book Knight at the time.
plays.
You said the guards were in competition, right? And I said, well, Book Knight's not ready, right? So that shouldn't even be one. But you have to play him because you have to see what you have because you spent so much on him, right? So you have to see what he has as an
But
owner.
he was
Now,
looking off most of the
as a
plays.
coach, as a coach, all you have is the players that you have to coach. So if I have Book Knight and Book Knight's not doing his job, but the owners want to see him on the floor, I have to play him. Period. I have to play him. Now, whether he does a good job or not, that's not on me as a coach now. That is on him. I'm giving
Oh yeah, we get
you the
that
tools that
part.
you
No,
need.
we're not saying that. We get that part.
That's all
Yeah,
I was saying from the beginning, bro.
But
That's
the
all I'm
coaches
saying.
was not ready, pimp. The
You saying
coaches
the
was
coaches
not
weren't
ready.
ready.
and the
I'm
coaches.
saying as a coach.
To be honest with you, them coaches that got them really know how to coach.
Huh?
Bro, Miller was even playing power forward, bro.
Wait,
You
what?
know.
Miller even played power forward.
Wait, what are you talking about right now?
Miller is during the summer league game, and there's two of them. Miller even played power forward.
Jello or LaMelo?
I said Miller.
Oh, Miller. Oh, okay. My bad. I didn't hear you say Miller. Okay.
And the coach put him at power forward.
Probably
The
to see what he
coach,
can do. I mean, you are see
he's
hold on.
not a power
Hold on,
forward.
bro. Hold on, bro. You said earlier, he's 6'8". He's 6'8". He's 6'8". He can play power forward. You said that about
I
another
did
person,
not
right?
say it. No,
I'm not
I
listen
said
first, bro.
small forward.
Listen first. You said earlier. You
I
did not. You
said
said power
Howard. Howard can play shooting guard
forward.
or a small forward. I said small forward. I never said power forward.
Oh, okay. So you saying that they put him at the 4 position? That they put Miller at
Yes,
the 4?
in 2 games of summer league. In 2 games.
I didn't see that. So I didn't know they put him at the
How
4.
did
That
you
was
not
stupid.
see that?
I didn't see that they put him at the 4. That's
We
just stupid.
commented on it as soon as we seen it.
Okay,
We
well,
was
good.
like,
You
why is he
commented on
playing
it just
power
when I was on the
forward?
stream, bro.
Boy, they did that. Just think about it. They did it in
I wasn't
summer
on the
league, but
stream. Like,
y'all know when the regular season started, bro, they can't afford to do that at all because otherwise his ass gonna get cooked and
yeah,
body up
exactly.
down there.
I think they're just trying to see what they have.
Yeah, but in 4 games they put him at power forward, and as soon as we seen it, we was like, wait, he's playing the wrong position.
Well,
Like,
because maybe did he
what are
do his
they
thing?
doing?
Did he do his thing when he played in the 2? No. So
they
basically, you
double
have to find
teamed
some
them when they
game plan.
played the two. They didn't they was hinting at double teaming when he was playing the three, but as long as he stayed
You keep switching up on what I'm saying, bro. Like I'm saying specific things, and then you're like taking what I'm saying and you're like switching it to other things that I'm not even saying, right? I'm
no
literally talking
no
about. Okay, go ahead.
I'm literally saying during the game when he was playing the two position,
Mm-hmm.
they double teamed him more. When he was playing the small forward position, as long as he was by the arc, they will hint at a double team, but then like show movement, like they will trap him.
What?
But yes, that if
You
you
have an
saying he
easy
did,
wait. You have an easier trap if you're inside the key than if you're outside the key.
notice what I just said. As long as he stayed outside the arc, they show movement and hints at trapping again. But when he was playing the two guard, they trapped him. They trapped him because what he was doing, he was backing down his fellow shooting guard that was defending him. That's when he started backing them down, and then they was coming with that trap quicker than he expected, and then he would have to get the ball out of his hand. That was what was happening in the game.
All right, I
I
got to go back
watched
and
those
watch.
summer league games.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go back and watch some of those summer league games then, because
Yeah, because
yeah, I
they
didn't
was
see
trapping him.
a lot of that. I didn't see a lot of that on a highlight. So yeah, but that's just highlights. So I'm not gonna see what I want to see anyway. So I get what you're
Yeah,
saying.
they
Um,
they they, they was trapping him a lot, but then as soon as like he went like as soon as he would, as long as he would stay 18 foot or better, they would show movement and hints at trapping, but they wouldn't trap him. But as soon as he come inner, they was trapping him, dog.
wait, but you just said when he was out of the perimeter, they was trapping him.
No, I said they would show movements and hints at trapping.
Then he
Movement
should have been getting
and
shot.
hints at.
Wait. Okay, then he should have been getting shot off then if you're not trapping him.
But the plays wasn't meant for him. That's why he was passing the ball.
You're the number. Hold on. What number did he
The
go?
play
Two,
the plays were not meant for him. I'm
bro.
telling you,
You are the number two man on the team, bro. Of course, I'm running plays for you. That's
they
why he
was
got the
not
ball so
running
much in his
plays
hand.
for that man, and
Did
that
he have
was
the ball in
most
his
of
hand
the
a lot?
complaint.
Did he have the ball in his hand a lot?
Not a lot. The
Did he
guards
have the
was
ball in his hand? Was he the second? Was he the second most player with the ball in his hand on the
no,
team?
no,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
and that was some of the main things we discussed
So he
when
wasn't
we
getting the ball.
broke down. When we broke down all those summer leagues games, we broke them down quarter by quarter because we was
Mhm.
watching them live here on the stream, dog.
Okay.
We was literally breaking them down quarter by quarter, and we wasn't holding no punches. We were saying when we felt he wasn't aggressive enough, we even had spike leaks that was in the building for the summer league games, and you had us that was literally watching them on TV,
Hmm.
and we was talking about sometime how he wasn't aggressive enough. We was talking about how some plays definitely didn't look like they was drawn for him. We can't kind of be mad that he wasn't aggressive. And we was talking about how the guards was looking off for him. Like we dissected every last quarter, my G.
Okay. Okay.
Like this is no joke. Like
Okay.
we broke this down specifically because we had one dude that was on the panel, um, by the name of Pope, who loves your boy who went to Portland, shoot, Scoop, who loves Scoop.
Yeah, Scoop. Yeah, I love Scoop
Okay,
too. I was on here. I was on here rocking for Scoop too.
okay, so all right, so what we was literally doing was
Comparing him and Scoop.
showing. Yeah, we was giving the debate, but a lot of people didn't pay attention to me till late when I said you're trying to compare a pro to someone in college and it does not compute.
Are you now? You talking about Scoop being a pro and Miller being in college?
Yes.
Okay, I agree with that.
So literally, what in turn what we did for summer league, because we was hitting it hard, like after the draft and everything. We really was, and I'm the LA guy that was really trying, that really learned all the problems with Charlotte after dissecting them.
Hmm.
And before then, I had no clue about Charlotte. Like, I knew MJ was the owner. I didn't know all the coaches. I didn't know how they was doing development over the years and everything. But between Big L, Purple, and Spike Lee, I actually learned how Charlotte has been doing with their development, how they have not been prepared for summer league. So all this is not new. It was new to me, but
Yeah,
it's not new to them because they actually follow Charlotte. So what you were saying about the coaches not being prepared, and you're not used to that. No, I wasn't used to hearing that, but these are people who go to these summer league games. These are fans that go to these games. They live and direct. I have to go off of their eye test. Their eye test is that these people were not prepared. So when they say not prepared, I can't go against what they're saying. I mean, me being a former player, and to my ACL tear. I mean, I would think, oh no, man, it's the coaches should be doing their thing. Well, that's an assumption, and I would have been made a jackass
yeah.
because
My only thing was I just didn't. I when they say that the coaches weren't prepared, it kind of threw me off because I'm like, well, as a coach, of course I'm always prepared. I mean, I was a court general on the floor. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
before my thighs, I was a court because I played basketball and football. So you know what I mean? Like I
me
kind of
too.
kind of messed up my basketball career playing football. You know what I'm saying? So but anyway, um, but yeah. So when it comes to the coaches being prepared, I can kind of see when coaches are and aren't prepared, and the coaches kind of seem prepared to me. It just seems like the players didn't really know what they wanted to do. You know what I'm saying? Or if they wanted to try to play a one on one, or you know what I mean, show off their more like that's on the player
No, they
end.
was playing one on one, and I'm glad
Yeah,
you brought that up. They was playing one on one. They wasn't running the plays. Yeah,
yeah.
at first, Charlotte didn't have wasn't really running plays, and that's from game one to game two. They wasn't running plays, and that's why they got fully destroyed. So they was playing selfish ball, and that's what part of the problem was, because the guards was in competition to try to show and prove that they're ready for the
Oh
actual
yeah,
big
yeah. No,
team.
no, bro, I totally
So
understand that part. I totally understand that part. My thing was only about the coaches. Like I can't sit here and say that the coaches weren't prepared. I can only sit here and say like as a coach, if I'm implementing something and as a player you don't want to do what I'm implementing as a coach, I can't really do nothing. But I can't run out on the floor and play for you. You know what I'm saying? I can
right,
only
but
do what I can do from the sideline.
right, but from these Charlotte fans, prime example, we had one in the building. We
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah. No, I hear you.
two that got years of time with the organization.
Yeah, yeah,
They
I hear
was
you.
the
They said
ones
that they
who
was at the coach
educated
more though.
me. Yeah, that the coaches wasn't ready. They like it's always a shot in the dark, and I'm like, dang, that's how y'all approach summer league,
Yeah,
so that
yeah, because in
so
Miami, we
like
don't approach summer league like that. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
that's why it threw me off a little bit because, you know, when it's time for summer league or it's time for any kind of ball, organization of ball, we're prepared. We're ready. You know what I'm
right,
saying? We're
but
ready to
but
go.
but see, also when it comes to Miami, and 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 I will give you the spitting image of Miami. First of all, you got a hard nosed former player, former coach. Hard
Fact,
nosed.
fact.
Okay. Then on top of that, he didn't go out and seek a coach. He went
He built
off
this
of
coach.
what he felt was there already and developed him into a coach,
Yeah,
which
yeah,
was his head video guy.
Yeah.
His head video guy did not even want to be a coach.
No, Pat Riley seen something in him. I already know.
Right.
Yeah, I already know how
So
that, all that worked. Yeah, I already know.
so,
I'm just
and then on top of that, you have former players from when Pat was coaching that he still made around and still have around the organization. So
yeah.
with Mickey don't get to do nothing but sit back on the porch with his feet up right now. So that's the difference. Pat built that brick by brick because Miami wasn't like that at first.
no,
Miami developed into that, but that's neither here nor there. But
yeah.
I'm just pointing that out that Pat built that brick by brick. When my problem with Charlotte is that Mike went in there to me not taking it serious, and the more he treated it like a tax write off, it hurts the team and not hurt him. Just like right now, he didn't sold a percentage of the team, but he's still able to have access to the team.
Now,
Because
I
me
like,
personally,
look,
I
I'm
don't
not
feel
Michael
they're
Jordan.
worth $3 billion. I don't
I'm
think
not
they're
Michael.
worth $3 billion.
Well, they're only worth $3 billion now because because LaMelo. Now my thing is, I just look. I'm one of the people that come out here. I despise Jordan. I do not like Jordan at all. I've hated him since the word say go. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
because I'm a Magic Johnson fan, of course. So I
Okay.
didn't like Michael Jordan anyway, right? But I
Okay.
have to give him some credit because Charlotte was not a destination. Nobody cared about Charlotte. Nobody cared
Right.
about going to Charlotte. Nobody gave a hell about a Bobcat or anything because I mean, obviously that wasn't even the right name for it anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But let's just be realistic. Nobody cared about going to Charlotte, bro. If it wasn't for Michael Jordan putting his name and stamping his name on Charlotte, you wouldn't even have Charlotte right now. Like we wouldn't even be talking about them.
Well,
Period.
I'll say this. Charlotte did not do right after Alonzo Mourning and Larry Johnson. They didn't do right from that point on.
Yeah.
Why they didn't, I don't understand because that's when they had their foundation and they were starting to do better.
But they're a small market team. Nobody really. It was not a destination spot. Nobody wanted to go there.
No, but at that time everybody was checking for them because remember you had Kendall Gill, you had Morning, you
Those
had
were all drafted players.
LJ.
Those were all drafted players.
Right, but you had your foundation then. You had your
Yeah, but it's
foundation.
hard to bro. It's hard to draft that all over again, bro. Like you have
No,
to
no,
have
no.
stars.
I'm saying you had your foundation, you had your stars, and all you had to do was add to them. It is not just they're not a destination, because even when it comes to me being here in New Orleans, I'm in New Orleans. New Orleans could still have do good trades and still get players here. They still can do that. We may not be a unrestricted free agent destination, but we are a trade destination. And it seemed like when they traded LJ to the Knicks, they didn't get the right pieces for him. So that's what I mean about
Well,
foundation.
they were just trying to get out of LJ's contract. He wasn't playing like LJ no more. He wasn't playing like Grandmama.
I
You
and
know what I mean?
and I agree with that, but the
So
foundation was already laid, is what I'm
no, I
getting
agree.
at.
Yeah, no, and I get what you're saying. But when the players are getting older, right? You
Right.
see, especially back then, you only have you only have so many amount of years on a player, and once they start getting to a certain age, everybody's like, this is the new age, right? This new era where I guess you can play
Mm-hmm.
until you're 40, which is still kind of weird to me that you can play until you're 40 at basketball. Kind of weird to me still. Still don't get it, but okay.
Medical improvements, medical
Yeah,
improvements,
we'll just say that.
and more nutritionists, more
Yeah, okay. All right. We'll say we'll just count it as that. I don't believe that at all, but we'll count it as that because
okay.
you had more treatments. You had all this stuff when Tracy McGrady was playing, when Kobe was playing. When all these
Tracy
other
was
players
an
were playing.
injury. Tracy was an injury though.
Yeah. So was Kobe. Kobe was an injury. Now
Yeah.
none of these players just played as long as LeBron James here. with injury. LeBron's had injuries too, but for some odd reason, your injuries are just done. Like now you're not injured no more. Anyway, I'm not even going to speculate. I think something else than what everybody else thinks. So I'm just going to leave it at that. But my thing is, when you came to these players back in the day, there was a shelf life to them. So Grandmama wasn't playing up to Grandmama standards no more. So they had to get him. They had to get rid of that big contract that they had in Charlotte to try to get some more younger players in to try to develop them to be where Grandmama was at. Now, just because you do that doesn't mean that the players you brought in are going to basically derive to that talent level that you think they will. And that's a big problem. You don't know sometimes in these players what you're getting back. So you have to kind of go off of what you think or what you know. And sometimes it doesn't be the biggest players. It doesn't be the best names that are the best players. It could be a small guy from a small league or small college, like a Lehigh, where you get a CJ McCollum. That's probably one of the best shooters in the league.
I can give you part of that, but like one of Jordan's first draft picks actually tells the story about how Jordan shouldn't have been a part of the draft. Morrison had a back problem. Everybody around the NBA knew he had a back problem.
No, but that was around the NBA. In college, everybody loved Morrison. When he was coming out, he was the next Larry Bird to everybody, bro.
Yeah, but loving him and knowing his injury is two different things.
He wasn't injured in college. He was not injured in college. He didn't get injured until he got to the pros. The thing when he got to the pros was he was a lazy bum. Nobody knew that. They didn't know because Gonzaga didn't tell him that. Nobody told him that. He was a lazy bum, bro. He didn't take showers. He didn't do nothing. He was lazy, bro.
The scout said don't draft him, and Jordan said no, that's my guy.
Bro, everybody was talking about drafting him. What are you talking about? Everybody was talking about he's the next Larry Bird.
The scout, wait. The scout for Charlotte told Jordan, do not draft him.
I did not hear that.
Jordan said yes. Jordan said yes, I'm drafting him.
The
scout for Charlotte actually, in fact, that was when it was put on blast because the scout let it be known. I'm the one who said don't draft him.
I gotta look that up. Bro. I gotta look that up.
Please do.
I'm sure going to. I'm not saying that you're wrong. I just have to look it up because when he was coming out, I didn't like Adam Morrison. I really thought he was just what it was for Gonzaga. So I didn't think he was the next Larry Bird. I didn't think none of that stuff, right? So when they were telling me, when they were basically scouting him as that, I'm like, dude, this dude played at Gonzaga versus nobody, but against big talent, the dude kind of doesn't go. Like he doesn't go. He just shows up. He doesn't go hard. You know what I'm saying? So I'm watching this, and then I watch him in the tournament, and I'm like, okay, I can see there's flaws. He's not gonna make it in the NBA. But everybody else had him all around TV. Everybody I'm hearing, he's the next Larry Bird. He's the next Larry Bird. One of the greatest shooters, next Larry Bird. So I don't get where one scout told Michael Jordan that. I didn't hear that. So I'm gonna have to check back on that.
It was the scout who literally said do not draft him, and then when he was drafted, the scout let it be known I'm the one who said don't draft him.
I'm gonna have to straight look that up. I appreciate
Jordan got into it. Jordan got into it with that scout. Actually told him he should have never did that interview, and it turned ugly. It turned ugly.
Yeah, I didn't see all that. Good looking on the information, bro. I did not know all
that. Yeah, it turned ugly. Like that scout let it be known. Don't put that on my record.
Oh, good looking, bro. I did not know all that. I'm surely have to check that out because I did not know.
Yeah,
that. I did not know that scout said that. Wow. Because everybody I was hearing ESPN, everything what I was hearing, next Larry Bird. That's all I can.
No, in fact, everybody. What everybody originally said about Morrison was, if Charlotte don't draft him, he's gonna fall to the mid first round, or even low second round. Right.
Charlotte was basically like everybody else was already developed. Everybody else had they had their shooting guards, they had their guards, they was ready to go.
All right. So literally at that point, when that came across the wire, like Jordan was the one who fumbled that bag.
Yeah,
and even when it came to Frank the Tank, Even when it came to Frank the Tank, another scout literally told Jordan, "Man, don't draft him." What
But Frank,
Jordan said,
we all knew Frank wasn't it, man. I
I,
don't know what
I,
Jordan was thinking with that. That was just
hey,
retarded.
hey, I'm only telling you what he did. I can only
Yeah,
go off of the track record.
yeah, you right on that
So,
one.
so we're going off of the track record. I cannot blame other people for what Jordan has brought to the table. I
Oh no,
cannot.
no, 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 no. That's not what I'm saying. Oh no, I blame Jordan completely for not choosing right or basically picking the talents that you have. No, I'm just talking about nobody was caring about Charlotte until Jordan came. Like before Jordan came, like I thought basically Charlotte was probably going to trade off Charlotte and they was going to go to another city again. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I was saying.
A-
That's all I was saying.
Actually, we did. I did think that y'all was going to be the new Seattle team.
I thought they were
I
going to be
did think
Seattle.
that.
Yeah, I thought they were going to be Seattle again. I thought that literally they was going to go back to Seattle. You know what I'm saying, and get that franchise over to Seattle. So I didn't think that but then Jordan came and basically he put like a penicillin shot, like a steroid shot into the Charlotte, into the Charlotte organization. And that's all I was saying, that like nobody would care about Charlotte if it wasn't for Jordan. So I got to give him that credit at least. But other than
Well,
that, no, I don't give Jordan no credit at all for anything. I don't care.
but
I don't care.
but it is ironic that you're considered to be the GOAT as a player, but nobody wants to play for you.
Well, because everybody know who you are as a person. Just because you're a goat as a player doesn't mean you're a good person.
I'm just saying for all the MJ fans out
Oh
there
yeah, 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 yeah.
who be saying this, that, and the third. I'm like, dog.
Oh yeah, I
It
mean you can
it,
be the
it
greatest player, but that doesn't mean people want to play with you or even like you or go to dinner with you or nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
like that's what I'm literally bringing up.
yeah, okay, yeah, because I don't like Jordan either, so I ain't even worried about it. I don't have no Jordan shoes. I don't
No,
have none of that.
I mean,
I'm cool with that.
as far as him being an individual, I don't have no reservations.
I do.
Is
I'm good.
I just know he's a petty individual, and a lot of Jordan fans don't like that. I point that out that he's petty. So I mean,
No,
it
I mean
is
you
what
just
it
said
is.
that. You just said you have a problem with him individually. That
I mean that one, you petty. Like I didn't know he was that petty. I honestly didn't know that. Hello. Oh, I think we lost Buddy. Confining, where you at? Cause you did get quiet all of a sudden. Because me and a boy got into that heated debate. I didn't I wasn't yo, can I get on? Jason flight, drop the link. Jason Walker wants to get in on the panel. In fact, Jason, if you scroll back up, I'm sorry that I'm just seeing you in the chat. Hey flight, got somebody backstage. And drop the link cause Jason Walker wants to get on the panel. Jason, if you scroll back up and you look at where look for one of the flight comments, hit the link. He was getting killed by those strings. Everyone feeling like they should be starting on us. Son of Will. What do you mean everybody think they should be starting or not in the G League? Son of Will. Are you talking about the Charlotte Hornets competition for guard play right now? Is that what you're talking about? Hey, Flight, we got somebody backstage, bro. A Fort SoundCloud. King C. Wow. King C say his folks Lavar Fort Son. Wow. Well, I mean, as far as Charlotte, how can you justify what they had going on prior to this draft at guard play? Because it did seem like they needed to clean a lot of people out of there. PJ Washington was blowing smoke. He said that he would be signing to the team by 12 o'clock tonight. Well, it is that 12 o'clock California time or 12 o'clock Eastern? Cause I'm Central and I'm not at midnight yet. I don't know where PJ originally from, but he probably got his feet up with the fam right now. Actually, son of Will, I really do think that Charlotte really did draft a whole bunch of replacements within this draft. Where I think they should have drafted more small forwards because this was a shooting and um small forward draft mainly, and they literally should have like drafted a small forward. But they did draft a two guards and a point guard if I remember correctly. If he from Dallas, dog, he still got 27 minutes. If he from Dallas, son of Will, they did not pick the guy from Kentucky that I think could have helped them. If they, okay, okay, he back. But I think Charlotte should have drafted the young man who went back to Kentucky. That's who I think Charlotte should have drafted with one of those draft picks. But that guy that was able to go back to Kentucky, so he good. He'll be back up next draft, and his game should be more improved and more refined. All right, pimp, you back? Hey, did a boy get back on the panel? Sound like he was back on the panel. I I think they wanted another big. I picked before selling. Alpha, you said that guy that would have made a good power forward for them. You say he too short? I mean, Alpha. I mean, it's not the bedroom pimp pause, but 2 inches, 6'10" and 6'8". I mean, that's still playable, my dude. I mean, the only thing that's different is maybe the same measurements and wingspan, but I mean, his heart is there. No, I say put him at power forward, not center. I think they need him more for power forward than center, my dude. Like real talk. I really think they need him more at center than power. I mean at power forward than center. I'm sorry, because right now they got Williams and they have another guy. As far as for the center position, they they're more weaker at the Okay, now that I give you, but I mean, right now they need somebody that's more tenacious on defense. Charlotte does, and even with this, he, with him being a modern day Dennis Rodman, I mean, the offense can develop, dog. I mean, right now that rebound give you another chance to run up the scoreboard, if that kind of makes sense. No, Alpha Jones. Jones need to be more of a slasher, but he's not a slasher. He's more of a stand-in crash dummy. Like he stands there like a mannequin, rather than slash to the goal. So I mean, with Jones, they have to develop him into being a slasher. Why they haven't, I don't know, and I really don't understand why they haven't at this point. He honestly needs to be a slasher. I think Williams is going to improve this year for them, and I think his jumper is going to be there. But as far as the guard play, I'm still on. They have a lot of conundrums with what they guard play at this point. Like to me, they really do. Like that old joke of baseball. Well, who's on first? Well, who's on second? Well, who's sliding home? Who's going to steal the base? It's like that's all the stuff they're really trying to figure out to me. So they guard rotation to me right now is trash until they figure it out. Um, and Mr. Chuck, I do agree with you about a lot of people is overblowing summer league, like overhyping it. I do agree with that. So, um, right, I don't want to overhype summer league because to me summer league is just pickup ball, and I guess that's the reason why I don't hop on summer league because to me is all it is poke ball. So that's why I was trying to point out to my brother what I feel about Charlotte because I didn't know they had all that going on as far as not developing players and all the rest of that. I did not know all that was going on. I thought it was more of they kind of had it together and maybe they was just missing like a coach or two, or assistant or two, or something to that magnitude. I didn't know it was like that messed up with them. I honestly didn't know. And Bumley, fancy Bumley. I like the plum. I mean, I like the pun, but I mean, Plumlee is undersized, but he's more of a passing big man. He's more of a he's actually more of that that undersized big that you will honestly get you pass the ball just for him to pass it back out, like type situation. If that kind of makes sense. Like you don't depend on him for baskets. You honestly don't. Hey man, I thought for like let you back on. What happened? Well, y'all know. Hold on. Let's go back. I'll give him that much. A pat. Yeah, he's not so bad, so, but he has in his shoe. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's getting overbodied and outweighed. That so I mean, you see bricks, and I do understand where you're coming from. You see bricks. I I I see the heart, but the other problem with Charlotte, they're not a destination team. Just, just like the Pelicans in Chicago, they're not a destination team. So I mean, but this year with Bridges coming back, I I I honestly think Charlotte is going to have to run a double small forward system. Um, I don't think they're really going to have a a two guard. I think they're going to run more of a dual system, and that's going to open up and spread the flow for everything else. With Bridges and Miller, I I think that's what their outlook is going to be, unless somebody sees something different. It's been shot probably for like years. Wait, hold on. What you said about um Milwaukee isn't a destination, but technically it is. Technically, Milwaukee is a destination team. Just like Indiana, it is a destination because they are part of the last chance you to a point. So they are a destination. San Antonio is another one that's actually known for if you really want to rekindle your NBA career, go to San Antonio because if you show improve in a system, hell, you can play for anybody. But literally, Minnesota kind of built it up brick by brick though, either off of trades or draft. They drafted Middleton. They traded for Holiday. They drafted Giannis. They traded for the center. So Minnesota actually built it both ways through drafting and that and through trades. So they made themselves a destination city, and happily a part of last chance you. Because honestly, okay, Alpha, do you think Middleton should have gotten the contract that he just got? Be honest. Do you honestly think Middleton should have gotten that bag that he just got? Especially with the way he has been available and played the last 2 years. exactly. But look at what the bag was. Look at what he got, and right now they're just banking on him to be healthy again. But that guy they drafted, watch, he gonna be a problem, and I think he gonna wind up taking Middleton's spot, like literally taking that boy's spot. He gonna play harder. He gonna play more aggressive because right now they only got him down for garbage minutes. So I mean, overall, like, do, can I see it happening? Yes. Even with what they just paid Middleton, that I think that young dude gonna take his spot. And the funny thing about it, he not the one with the big contract. So I mean, they they are going in the right direction. Like that's why when we was talking about Chicago earlier, my thing with Chicago is I think it's a problem when it comes to developing their players. I can't quite put my finger on it, but I think it's an overall problem when it comes to developing their players. I don't know if maybe they need to change it up, move around, switch it out, whatever. But something got to change with them. Like something definitely got to change. GW, what Golden State? Are you going? Are you talking about Golden State? What's GWS? Going, I'm confused. I mean, but as far as right now, I think back on to what I was saying about Charlotte. I think Charlotte is going to run better because Lamelo is going to be back healthy, running the floor with him. Because it seemed like they fell apart as soon as that man got hurt. As soon as he got hurt, it seemed like it was a problem. Before he got hurt, everything was running above average and clean. As soon as he got hurt, it just seemed like it turned to instant problem. But okay, flight. Well, yeah, pimp. But I hope Charlotte can. Honestly, I hope Charlotte pick up some pieces on the buyout. I hope they do because I think that will help turn their whole season around and not have to give up a war chest or anything. If they could pick up a couple of people on the buyout market, I, I I think that will help solve a lot of their problems. Why everybody is so worried about Lonzo and Chicago Bulls? No, man. It's not that everybody was worried about Lonzo. It was Stephen A. talking out the side of his neck. And in my honest opinion, I think he was mad that Trey Young got the interview and ESPN didn't get the interview. So with a combination between him and the producers being upset about that, I think that's what brought all that together. And I think that's what really um, kind of made Steve and they talk about him. But as far as I'm concerned, I mean, I can only run with what's on the court. So if he's down, and I just need to know for how long. If I mean, as far as what Stephen A did, I think that was more like what everybody was saying earlier. Is more clickbait, trying to stay relevant type situation. As far as overall, I don't think honestly, I really don't think we should ever speak upon actual injured player. Um, not if you want to talk about something that's playing the system like a Ben Simmons or James Harden, something like that. Yeah, we could definitely do that. Even a Kawhi Leonard or a KD. Um, but I personally don't think we should ever be talking about players that's injured because they're injured. Um, as far as comparing them to Fox like Stephen A did, it seemed like the whole storyline and everything was a reach, and I think Stephen A just wanted some attention, and then he didn't like the attention that he got because he made it sound like Zoe is like 85 years old, can barely get up off of the sofa and everything, back hurt, everything else, and that's not the case. But I mean, Steve, Stephen A. do really does do some shiesty stuff. So I don't, me personally, I don't put nothing past that little dude. Like nothing, to be honest. And that's just the way I feel about it. But as far as I don't know, I I hope there's something in sport medicine that can get Zoe back on the court. I just don't understand the hold on, JDH. I don't understand Stephen A. Smith response to the video. Just I mean he doubled down for attention. Now JDH. Um Dex said that Stephen A was going to apologize. I've been calling Dex to come to the carpet all night. I told him he wasn't going to apologize. And in fact, it's funny because Stephen A even brought up that he has a bad knee with a screw in it. So how you gonna talk about somebody else's knee? You got a knee problem, but you're gonna talk about somebody else's knees. So I really don't understand it and get it from Stephen A. But and you can tell when he's trying to reach for attention, and this is this one of those times I think he's reaching for attention. And we're giving him exactly what he wants because why? We're talking about it right now. I mean, nothing bad. We just talking about it. But I mean, he could be thinking Alonzo is kicking up Kawhi Leonard, but the M, M MRI will speak different. Now, and it's funny. He don't talk about Kawhi like this, and we all know what Kawhi didn't even play 12 games last year. Like this man honestly did not play 12 games last year. He even only played one playoff game and said, "Okay, now I'm going." One playoff game, and he wasn't even the reason that got him to the playoffs. So me personally, I don't get it. And yes, that was weird. I just personally, I personally haven't had no respect for Stephen A for years. I rock more with Max than I did with Stephen A. And I hate to say it, I kind of rock more with Skip when he was a part of the show than I ever did with Stephen A. And that's sad to say because that's not a high bar. That's honestly not a high bar. So I don't I don't get why he feel he had to do clickbait at all. Do I feel it could be handled better? Yes. But I don't know if he's still got a chip on his shoulder from LeVar being on the show. And I think that's where a lot of that still stems from. It still stems from LeVar being on the show. Not saying that's good or bad. I'm just saying what it stems from. Unless you know something different, JDH. Unless you know something different, I think that's where everything stems from. Trying to think. I'm kind of scrolling up in the comments because I don't want to make sure I miss anything. Man, somebody really had Chicago to win another 40 games this upcoming season. Wow. I want to talk to that person who I don't know. They could possibly win 40, but I don't think they'll win more than that as far as Chicago. Because they really making their foundation. I think that's pretty much it. Hey, Flight, where you at, pimp? Trying. I just think it's weird that Stephen A does all that talk like it is AKA the mouth of the East Coast, and half of the time be dead wrong. And I think that's the interesting part about Stephen A. And he tried to be slick with it by putting another big word on top of what he's saying to try to confuse you along the way of him breaking down what he's breaking down. But no offense, you all.
Sure. We're gonna pull back up tomorrow, Gemini.
All right.
All right, peace and love, everybody. Shout out everybody.
Flight Sports TV, man. That's my dude. I rolls with him.
You heard what the man said. It's Flight Sports TV.